That event was sold out. Did it feel packed to you guys though? Like,
Oh,
because that was like
absolutely.
insane.
There was no room to walk around in, honestly.
When I got there, I did not expect for it to be that packed. And I saw you guys were super considerate of the Armenian crowd. You guys had a smoking section. That was amazing.
If you've got the best talent, you're with Up Next. And that's one thing that I think that George, and Ryan have done is recruited the best talent to fight with Up Next.
I mean, they put on a great show, and they're ruthless. Like, they fucking go.
But if you don't make weight, I understand.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Never made weight.
Yeah.
Are those shirts for sale or no?
They are.
Paul, to get you one.
I'll beat your ass.
You two need to get in the
What
UNF
purse?
cage.
What purse will we give him to fight me? I'll take the loss on the event.
No,
I'll take
because
a loss.
then he's going to put in a medical claim, and then we're going to fucking
I'll
have to
Jew
pay
the
for
shit
it.
out of you.
You'll juice-
With like UFC, MMA kind of stuff, I think it doesn't really matter your score. It matters what you're doing right there. Not your score. You know what I mean? Like
record.
your
He's
record.
hungover, Ryan. Leave
I
it
know,
alone.
I'm
not the
It's
best
record. Get ready for the internet to explode and Edgar to talk a bunch of shit as soon as this fucking airs.
Gregor Balkian hit me up saying he wanted to teach.
Balkian.
Yeah, but he's Armenian, but he's not.
No,
It's
but like the Glendale Armenians don't consider him Armenian. Like,
Sometimes that happens a little.
But he said, Edgar needs to learn some manners and he'd like to fight him in March. So all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we let Tal open it?
yeah, Tom, why don't you open us up, bro? Why are we here today, bro?
We are here to talk about this last fight, UNF 30.
You have 30. And just to let everyone know, Tal's very hungover today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He drank at the fights on Saturday, which I'm sure you had a good time, man. Then you
I
had
had
a
the
wedding.
blast. And the wedding back to back. So
Sped, how does he go back to back? UNF on Saturday, then a big wedding on Sunday. I think he got in 3 a.m. this morning, blacked out.
Looks like a tough guy.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Okay.
podcast should be interesting.
absolutely. It's,
Yeah.
it'll test a lot of shit right now. So let's do it.
Listen, look, I want to set the tone, right? Are you an aficionado of MMA or are you a fan?
I'm just a straight fan. Yeah.
Me too. All right. What about you, Sped?
What's an aficionado?
Well, I think it's like Ryan, right? Like Ryan knows everything about MMA, the moves, the techniques, this and that.
I would say
Where I'm
so.
just a low level fan and I just love the blood, guts, and the action. What would you consider yourself?
I would say so. I would say I'm aficionado, but I do like to be on that level of just like enjoying the fights, seeing the pain, seeing the violence. So yeah, I like to watch it and not think too much too. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in. But yeah, every UFC I catch every UFC. It was my first time on Saturday coming to Up Next Fighting. I thought you guys ran a hell of an event.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate that. We work really hard to do it. So
No, yeah. All right. So wait, what were you guys' thoughts on the event though? I mean, we'll get into the fights, but atmosphere, Tal, you were at the VIP tables, taking tequila shots, all that kind of stuff. Had some buddies coming from Vegas. So how was the vibe? Did you have fun?
It's a straight up like party, the whole thing. Then you get to see the blood. You get to hang out with your friends. You get to go gamble at the casino a little bit, lose some money, have some money, bet with your friends on the side, what's going on, all that stuff. So that's kind of the cool. That's the cool part about it. My friend was betting. I was saying, "Hey, I got insider thing," telling him like this guy is
I
gonna
didn't
win.
give any insider
No,
information.
I was just messing around to see, and then they get in a fight between them. So that was funny. But
yeah.
well, I think the important thing to know is did you win or did you lose?
well, I didn't bet. I didn't
bet,
have any
so-
money. My money was gone at the casino, so I didn't.
You can bet on the fights.
No, but that's something we got to figure out and work on
That'd be
because
great.
I swear like 40 people at the event. I'm like, dude, when are the lines going to be out? I wish we could bet on this stuff. So we're trying to figure that piece out, but technically you can't bet on them. There's no lines for the fights.
Maybe you should have like one of the Armenian bookmakers walk around the cage, take bets.
You got those connections, don't you,
Yeah,
Sped?
for sure.
Sped could hook that up and make that
Yeah,
happen.
for sure.
What were your thoughts on the event, brother?
Well, honestly, I missed the first few fights.
Yeah,
Sorry
you were
about
late,
that.
bro. Like,
Yeah, my bad. But I still got the go from Chris over here to come, and I was very happy about that.
You should feel blessed because he gave a lot of people the no to come last
Wow.
fight. So I just want you to know
Wow.
he must think very highly of you.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate that, Chris. Thank
listen,
you.
I read through the lines, and what was cool is you're actually, and I didn't know this at the time, you're friends with one of our amazing sponsors, Osepian, which
Yeah.
am I saying his?
Sepian.
Osepian, who's just an amazing dude, supports us.
Yeah.
And it was weird that you guys are good friends too. So it worked out perfect.
Yeah, I met him through my friend Alex. Went to Vegas together. We went to UFC 323 together. No, 320 together. Went to UFC 320. I had a great time, honestly. When I got there, I did not expect for it to be that packed. And I saw you guys are super considerate of the Armenian crowd. You guys have a smoking section. That's amazing.
Smoking section and gambling section. So
Yeah. I
We love the
that.
Armenians, bro.
Yeah, I love that. And then obviously the fact that you guys have the tables over there where they can order tequila and they can just have a great time and watch the fights up close on a little bit of an elevated seating. I thought that was amazing. I think those are the type of things that would make a setting really comfortable for a group of people that would say, "Hey, I'm gonna be back here." This was, as you said, it's not just watching the fights. You come over there and you have a great time. You know, the food, the alcohol, the overall vibes. You know, I think it was an amazing event.
Look,
I usually, sorry to cut you off,
No, go
but
for it.
usually when I see the regional scene, it always seems a bit flimsy to me. Things just look flimsy. I don't know how to explain it, but when I got to UNF, it looked like a mini UFC in there.
Well, I think like the VIP section, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You got to give the credit to my wife, Vicky, and my son, Kobe, right? They create that VIP experience. A lot of people are like, hey, you could generate more revenue if you put seats down there, right? We probably could, but it's super important to have that sort of VIP sort of experience. I think it takes it to another level. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like we'll get sponsors that are people that will just, they don't have any, fighters that they are big fans of, even on the card, that are still coming because they just enjoy the events and getting that service.
And easy access in and out of the smoking section. Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you have to try it at least once because there's sitting and watching the fights is one thing, and then being up there with all your friends like around a table is a whole other thing too.
Yeah.
And then you're watching the fights, you look behind you, the big screen, you can have like if you can't see, they're on the ground. You
Yeah,
look
like if you're
back
sitting
and
on the
see.
opposite side of the table, you can still have a good
Exactly.
view. Yeah, no, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, our friend, his like best friend, but he's a good friend of mine too now, but his name's Billy, but he lives in Vegas. But anytime he's free to come out to LA, he catches a flight, gets a table at the fights and just fucking enjoys it.
Fucking great. I
So
fucking love it.
he's the one I brought in the cage and he was just so happy in
Yeah.
there. It's like a little kid with candy.
We had 2 people from Vegas there. We had one from Bakersfield. We had another one from downtown. Everyone just came up together for that. So strictly for that, we came out of town for it.
Yeah, I
That
love it.
was
Well,
cool.
it was a fucking stacked card. I mean, when on the regional scene do you see a card like that, Sped?
Not very often. I saw a lot of famous people in the corners of the fighters, like Benil Dariush, Tony Ferguson, Chris Lieben was reffing. You had a couple interesting fighters too. You know, obviously like everyone on the main card I've seen before. You know, and the fights in general were really entertaining, really entertaining. I love how you guys have Schmo over there.
Schmo's the man, bro.
Yeah,
He's
Schmo's the best.
he's such a character,
He's
right?
funny. He's very funny.
Yeah, he's the best.
He brings a really good dynamic. The only bummer, like for this event, like we don't always get it right. We really try, but because we had 18 freaking fights lined up, this guy like made so many fights. The first few fighters didn't get to get interviewed by Schmo after their fight, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's kind of like for the run of the show and stuff, we've got to make those sacrifices here and there.
18 fights. How do you guys get through that whole card? How tired are you after that
Dude,
card?
my legs after every event, but you know,
I
yesterday.
saw you. You're resting your legs towards the end. You're
Yeah, no,
bad.
like the last 3 fights, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything right now, just legs up.
Sped, he's sold out. I'm still working the cage door, and this guy's in the VIP area. You saw that.
Yeah.
Tell the truth, bro.
No, yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
Pops is thugging it out.
This fool's a fucking gangster. I mean, no. Listen, I do a lot of the work with the lead up to the event, but I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know this guy's a fucking gangster, but my legs had to rest a little bit. And I was hanging out with him. I think I had to give him some
I gave
some
you a couple-
attention.
I gave
You were
a couple
complaining.
shots under the table like that.
Yeah. I had a
Yeah, the
couple
dudes
drinks.
from TNH Law gave me a few shots, bro. Like, those guys love me. They're so cool to me. I love
Hey, you
those
got to be
guys.
careful drinking with the Armenians.
Bro,
Before
like,
you know it, it's like the 6th shot.
no, you're absolutely right. He kept trying to feed me shots. I'm like, no, I have to drive home tonight. So thank God I was driving home and he respected that. Otherwise, I'd be, face down in the bed at Commerce.
No,
Yeah.
it was just a fucking great event. Alcohol's flowing. It's a good time. But also
Yeah.
what you brought up, I mean, that event was like completely sold out. And I don't think that happens too often on the regional scene. I mean, we always, either sell out or get really close to it, but you got other promotions always saying record breaking attendance, this, that. At places we've been, we're like, I don't know. But that event was sold out. Did it feel packed to you guys though? Like,
Oh,
because that was like
absolutely.
insane.
Especially when it's that big, and then you can't really lie about not selling out when it's that big of a venue. But there was no room to walk around in, honestly.
Yeah.
That was
You
crazy.
can tell it's packed when you're trying to get through the crowd and you know if someone farted, but you can't tell.
That
who,
might have
and
been
no
that
one-
might have been me a couple
No
times.
one's making a face, nothing. I was trying to get to the cage side from the locker room area, and I just smelled it in the air. I'm like, damn. I'm like, hey, it could be any one of these guys. All these guys could be guilty.
You need
now.
to put a Febreze bottle in your bag that you bring
Dude,
every time.
for sure. No, I know where you're coming from on that one, dude.
But great
Yeah.
airflow in general in that area
Yeah.
too.
Congratulations, commerce on the airflow.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it does smell a little funky at
The
times. I'm
bathrooms
not
smell
gonna-
nice though. The porta potties aren't that.
You prefer a porta potty over the regular bathroom?
Well, I mean, it's just right. It's close.
Bro, I
yeah.
hate
Yeah.
porta potties, bro. I cringe having to go on those things.
But if you go
I'm
to the
not a-
main bathroom, you have to walk through the casino.
No,
and then
I
you get
agree with you.
stuck.
I'm not a-
and then
you
you
get and
lose
you
$200
play, yeah,
and
by
they
the
have to come
time-
back.
I'm not a
Yeah.
prima donna or anything, but dude, I just have this phobia over porta potties.
Yeah,
I'll
what if-
use them, but it's just disgusting.
What if somebody shakes the porta potty? I mean,
Exactly.
that shit
I
happens.
don't know you can go to the
know?
bathroom in though. I just thought it's for drugs usually. That people
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That's what, I was like, that's where I go score my shit, bro. Porta potties.
The guy in the back over there.
Yeah.
What, you think you're at Tulum going to the bathroom, bro? Like they're like hooking you up or what?
Oh, I wish. No, not there.
All right, let's get to the fights. Bro.
All right, well, we'll start with the main event of the evening.
Yes.
Albert Morales defends his title versus Tyrone Gregorian. That fight felt like a 50-50 fight going into it. Just a lot of hype behind Tyrone. Albert, already known as one of the best in the nation pro featherweight. It was just a good fight. Really good first round. Albert gets a submission in the second round. So it was a really good fight. I know you're actually a fan of Albert. You know, a lot
I'm the
of
biggest Albert fangirl, honestly.
fangirl.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
can't be.
Well,
What differentiates you fangirl to fanboy?
I don't
Like, I'm
think
just
fanboys do. Fangirls, they get excited when they see. When I see Albert, I get fucking excited. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this.
What
I'm
kind
rep-
of excited?
a lot of emotions going on through the head right now. Yeah, I can't discuss on here.
What is it that Albert has that makes you a fangirl?
He's just, I mean, he's overall just a solid fighter. He puts on a good show. But he's technical in every single way possible that I really like his fighting style.
Yeah.
And I think he's really good.
So, Albert Morales, right? He was in the UFC, got cut from the UFC, and since then at UNF, he's been on a tear, bro. Like his goal is to get back to the UFC. What do you think it's going to take for Albert, if he can, to get back to the UFC?
Well, he has over 30 pro fights. He had a bad run in the UFC, but in the post-fight interview, he said it best. He said, Dana, you had the right idea, but the wrong timing. So I think after all these, I mean, the guy he faced, Tharon's a great fighter.
Yeah.
I just felt like his experience outmatched Tharon's.
Yep.
And Tharon has a great corner too. I think that at this level in his career, at this point in his career, they should give him another chance to get into the UFC. I think he could definitely win some fights in the UFC.
Yeah, I really think the stakes were high for that fight, right, Ryan?
Oh yeah, no, extremely high. I mean, I think for Tyrone, it was like if you get past someone like Albert,
Yeah.
in good fashion, like you're on the UFC radar, even if he probably was already before, maybe 1 or 2 fights, get the call. And then for Albert, I mean, beating someone like Tyrone in the second round by submission, beating a Jesse Strader, beating all the guys he's beat, it's like he deserves another chance because who else is in the fight at the regional level? I mean, there's not really any better talent he's going to face at the moment.
And he had a lot of support. Of course, for the Armenians being in SoCal, you hear a lot of support from the crowd. But when Albert was in there, you heard a lot for support from Albert's crowd. It seemed like he was like the crowd favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, not for the Armenians for sure. Obviously, he's fighting an Armenian. Armenian usually he's not going to cheer against another Armenian.
Yeah.
But it seemed like he got a lot of support.
Armenians
from
will
the crowd.
barely even fight each other, bro. Like,
They don't want
Armenians
to.
don't fight each other. not
They
even
don't fight
barely.
each other.
yeah. Why
Yeah,
is
they
that? Why do you think? Just
Well, just natural. I'm being Armenian. The way I understand it, the way I would guess. Obviously, I've never asked them this question, but we're already a low amount of people in the world. We don't want to get in the way of each other. But obviously, at some point, they're gonna fight each other. In the
Yeah.
near future, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have a choice.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a lot of great Armenian fighters, like, 2 most deserving guys, and you fight for a belt at a weight class.
yeah.
What do you do? But I totally understand the logic too of why they
Yeah.
would not want to fight each other.
No, I totally get that. And Armenians, which I love about the culture, they really stick together, right?
They do, yeah.
I think the bummer for you making matches, a lot of our roster are top Armenian athletes. Like
Yeah.
sooner or later, like Sped said, they're gonna have to face each other
At
sooner
some
or later.
point.
No, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, and the SoCal, the Armenians in Southern California too, they're very talented guys. They're really a lot of the guys we work with are
Yep.
just cream of the crop at their weight classes. They're
Yeah.
really, really good. They're all around great fighters. So there's going to come a time where either they're going to miss out on an opportunity to fight for a belt potentially because another Armenian's holding it or whatever it is. But,
All right, dude, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah.
You're Armenian.
Yeah.
Do you always root for the Armenians?
Always.
Or yeah.
Always.
Can't go against them, huh?
I mean, running this channel never made weight. I can't be biased with my guests for sure. I'm a fan of MMA first.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm Armenian. I'm a fan of MMA first. I want everybody on my show. I want to pick the brain of every figure in this sport. But when I watch a fight, just naturally, I can never root against an Armenian. And I think if you ask any one of them, they would all answer the same way.
Yeah.
I know. We don't have to ask anymore.
Yeah.
But I love that. Man. I love loyalty. I love that shit. So
I fucking love it.
what about you, Tal?
Sorry to cut you off, but how do other people feel about that? Do you ever get any comments negative about that?
Listen, I've heard, and look, we've been doing this 3 years now, right? And at the beginning, Up Next is an Armenian promotion, this and that. And I'll be honest, man, I always want to be politically correct and run a very professional business. So I was a little concerned with that at first. Until I really embraced the Armenians and understood what was going on, I'm okay with it. We're a heavy Armenian roster, huge Armenian fan base. These guys not only support their athletes, they support Up Next, right? And so that makes me embrace them and fucking love them. Their passion and desire to see great fights, man, that's what Up Next is all about. So
Yeah.
I love it. Look, Up Next is about survival of the fittest. The best athletes are going to be on our roster. The best athletes are going to succeed.
Yeah.
So if you got the talent, you could succeed, whether you're Armenian, whether you're Hispanic, it doesn't fucking matter. Talent's going to speak for itself.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, people do make comments about that, but like I was saying, I mean, a lot of our rising stars who I match make, the Armenians are the cream of the crop. I mean, you got guys fighting. Cameron Gregorian was just on his card, and we'll pull up his highlight next. But he fought Chris Martinez, former state title holder for California. So the best of the best. This guy's Camel's 20 years old, 4-0, took on the fight. So it's not like we're playing favorites or anything. They're fighting the really tough guys, but they're getting the job done. They're really fucking good.
So any of the fucking haters that want to talk shit, look at Camo, 4-0 fights Chris Martinez, who's 5-5, former state champ, another promotions champ with a ton of experience.
Yeah, there's no favoritism.
No favoritism.
If you ran Up Next fighting in Omaha, Nebraska, you wouldn't have this problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you guys are in SoCal. So it really, I mean, how would you avoid that?
You don't.
Listen, to me, it's it's having the best talent, right? If you've got the best talent, you're with Up Next, and that's one thing that I think that George, and Ryan have done is recruited the best talent to fight with Up Next compared to some of the other regional promotions. To be honest, that's mine. I'm a little biased too.
Sure.
I know, Tall. I think we got the best athletes.
I
Right?
think so. I mean, they put on a great show, and they're ruthless. Like they fucking go.
Speaking of ruthless, Chris, can we show the highlights from? You want me to tell you the bout number on here? Bout number 4, Martinez versus Gregorian. Because this was insane. This was in the second round. So who does that in the second round? I don't know. Usually, the
And
third
these
round.
are supposed to be amateurs, which we call them rising stars. Like you look at the talent. Did anybody on that card look like quote unquote amateurs?
All right, Tal, you walk us through what you're going to see right here. Just hold on. This is a back and forth fight.
Dude, these two were just going at it, Sped.
No, they were.
I love it.
Let's get a point to the ground. All right,
This is what I love.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, that's just
Oh, right here.
Let's
Boom. Just fucking 10
go.
seconds.
Bang.
Yeah, I remember the fucking crowd just went crazy when that happened.
Yeah. Look at this. The only like bummer part of this, right? Because to me, the way I look at these guys, in my opinion, they both won. One guy got the decision, right? But they both won because Chris Martinez was really bummed after the fight that he lost. And I basically told him, I'm like, dude, your stock does not go down with Up Next, right? That's what Up Next is all about. That's what our fans deserve. That's what our fans want. So to me, though Chris Martinez took the L on his record, man, he's still in title contention, if you ask me. Yeah, Camo's one up on him, but Chris is still in the conversation, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he's done a lot in his Rising Stars career already. And again, Camo, we were just talking about Chris Martinez being a tough fight for Camo. To fight Camo, you're already fighting one of the best guys in the weight class too. So no stock goes down. I feel like, man, if you show up, you show heart, you're in a close fight and you give it your all, never in my eyes does the stock go down one bit. If anything, it went up.
I guess as MMA as a sport progresses, you're gonna see a lot of high level athletes high level fighters get the L on their record early on in their career. In MMA, everybody has L's on their record.
It's not boxing, right?
Demetrius Johnson has lost 5 fights. Dominic Cruz has lost 4. And then you got like all kinds of champions in the UFC. They have a lot of losses.
And you had Robbie Lawler when he was champ had like 11 losses on his record.
Yeah, that's one thing that doesn't sit well with me. I mean, does the casual fan like hold people's records against them? You think?
I think especially with like UFC MMA kind of stuff, it all depends because it changes so often. New talent comes, goes. I think it doesn't really matter your score. It matters what your doing
Your
right there.
score.
Not your score. You know what I
Your
mean? Like
record. I know
your
about you.
record.
Hungover, Ryan. Leave
No,
me
know,
alone.
it's
It's,
not the
record.
Listen,
He
I'm trying
messes
to like focus on something because my eyes are all whatever. But no, it's if he's he could be really good right now. Like someone could be really good right now and then just have a a shit year or two and then come back and bounce up. And I think that's way cooler to see the instead of just being like, listen, I won 40 fights and like, okay, cool. Like
Yeah.
But
Who the fuck did you fight though, too?
yeah.
That's what bothers me too. Like guys that pad their records, Sped, like Ryan has to deal with all the time. People looking for easy matchups, this and that. Like, come on. Especially when you're a rising star, you're an amateur coming up. You want to test yourself now before you make that pro jump because unfortunately the UFC does look at records.
Yeah. I mean, as you said, boxing. They do that in boxing a lot.
Yeah.
Classic. We haven't even got to the David Mgoyan fight yet, but
Well, let's get into it right now.
Okay,
What'd you think about that fight?
that was a great fight. David Mgoyan is a very promising prospect.
He's legit. Yeah.
He fought Tommy Guns in Dana White's Contender Series. Crazy fight. One of the best fights I've ever seen. And Tommy Guns won by decision. And that's an example of someone's gonna get the L.
Yeah.
You have Tommy Guns, someone who's a very promising prospect, now a UFC fighter from Sean O'Malley's and Tim Welch's gym, Red Hawk Academy.
Yep.
Versus David Mgoyan, who I believe trains with American Top Team, trains closely with Arman Sarukian. One of them have to lose.
Right.
So it is what it is.
That's one thing I love about this sport is like you lay it all on the line. You know what I mean? And especially that match with David Mgoyan versus Javier Garcia.
Yeah.
That was a very even
Javier
matchup.
Garcia is a tough
He's
guy.
no joke too. I mean, we're talking
tough
about
guy.
guys right outside the UFC. Javier Garcia is right there.
Yeah.
But what does it say about the card that was put together? Right? That wasn't the main event. That wasn't the co-main event.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That is a main.
That's true.
Fight was a main event caliber fight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Two big names. And again, I think another fight. You got to applaud both these guys taking that fight. Man, they put it all on the line.
Yeah, those are
That's
two
a
guys
risky fight for both
Yeah,
those guys.
it is.
David had to get a win.
Yeah.
Right. Javi's kind of knocking on the door too. He needed that win. Two top-notch guys facing off with each other.
A lot of support for Javi in the crowd with the
Yeah.
with the shirts, the mustache shirts.
Yeah.
You gotta
Love
love
it.
Javi.
Yeah,
though.
love
Javier has a
Love
great
him.
crowd out here too.
Yeah.
He's such a
Obviously.
great showman, bro.
Big,
Yeah.
yeah. But what about the fight? I mean, I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I did hear Javi maybe drop David once or twice, but David kind of controlled
Once in the first round.
Was it just once?
I'm not sure actually. I know that he dropped him in the first round.
Let's get some recollection
There
of
it
the
is.
fight.
that was the one
there's
in the first round.
But
believe.
I love when guys counter that leg kick with a straight right because
Yeah.
it'll drop you.
Yeah.
Mogoyan's such a beast. And Mogoyan's young too. I believe he's only like 24, right?
Yeah, he's
Like,
a dog. He's a monster. It was a very tough fight. He almost got him in that. It was a triangle first, and then tried to turn it into armbar, and then Javi wasn't really
Javi's a
faithful. It
fucking
wasn't
great
deep
grappler,
enough.
bro.
yeah, Javi's also a really good grappler.
Put his arm in there. Boom. Such a
Yeah.
game of inches, you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
it really
totally.
is.
Gotta love the ref cam, right?
Oh yeah, what happened here? I didn't see that.
the
What,
face after.
what was that about?
All right, Tal. So you're more of a fan more than like an expert to say. Where you see the guys in the cage after a round, and maybe they're trying to slap each other, they're getting more fired up.
Yeah.
Call it disrespectful. Maybe does that get you more hyped to be watching the fight, or do you?
I mean, I don't know. I like seeing action like that. So
Yeah.
if there is a fight afterwards or there is a little bit of like the disrespect, I think that
It
makes
gets
it
you,
cool.
yeah, it makes you a little more interesting.
But it's cool to see showman.
Bro, I love it as long as it's in the cage and not the crowd.
Yeah, don't bring
Right?
it outside. Keep it in the
Yeah.
cage.
How's that? Has that been a problem for you?
Listen, we've had a few incidents. Look, we're 30 shows in.
It's also it's an MMA show, right? So there's booze going around. There's people like families are there where their emotions are high, right? Like
Yeah,
when you're
of
watching
course.
someone that you love fight. If someone says something to you or bumps into you, you don't know
Yeah.
how you're gonna react. So there's
Yeah.
a bunch of testosterone, alcohol, all the above. Where we yes, yeah, shit happens. For sure.
There's a funny story, right? So Arshad Dadorian was
Yeah.
fighting Matthew Ingram, right?
Yeah.
We're at weigh-ins, and Matthew Ingram had fought Hamlet Gregorian. And so Matthew Ingram was saying something, and then he said Hamlet's name. Hamlet doesn't understand English very well. So Hamlet runs up and slaps Matthew Ingram. And so I freak out. And I'm like, Ryan, Hamlet's never welcome back here. Da, 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 da. And Ryan's like, Dad, listen, it's a fight game. Emotions are going to run high. This comes with the territory,
Yeah.
right? And actually, Ryan's had to teach me that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
the fight game. This is not the feelings game, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially with like Armenians, especially with like, you see this with the Dagestanis in the UFC. right? Like, for example, if somebody in the street calls you, can I cuss on this thing?
Yes,
you
go
can
ahead.
say
If
whatever you
somebody
want.
calls on the street calls you a motherfucker, you're probably not gonna lose your mind over it. Probably not care about it, right?
No, yeah.
But the Dagestanis were going crazy about it in the beginning because to them that's like mom and fucker in the same sentence. You're talking about my family, you know, and we know that that's not how it is, you
Yeah.
know. So it's the same thing with anybody who doesn't speak the language very well. If they hear a curse word, like that's like that's they have to defend their honor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hamlet's the nicest guy in the world, too.
I'm
by
sure
the
he
way.
is.
I
No,
get
he
it.
is. But that reminds me, too, because Todd Stafford was supposed to fight Pargiv on this card.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Todd had to pull out. His mother passed like
A week before.
a week
maybe?
before the
Who,
event.
whose mother?
Todd Stafford's.
Oh, sorry. to
So,
hear that.
but Todd was doing a really good job hyping up the fight. And he basically said to Pargiv, you know, on interviews, Pargiv, F you.
I saw that. I
Bro,
was watching that.
Pargiv went ballistic. And
I love
Pargiv,
that.
again, is another class act, nice
Yeah.
guy. And so we just tried to explain, look, Todd's just trying to hype up the fight this time.
Yeah.
And like, brother, you don't understand. In my culture, you don't say that.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that was one of the best shorts you guys put out.
Oh, it was great. Like I love Todd. And I think what Todd was doing, and Todd loves Pargiv and really respects him. He really does. But he's trying to get in Pargiv's head.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that was a smart move on Todd's part because Pargiv in the cages looked unstoppable. You're not going to break Pargiv, and we'll talk about Pargiv's fight too, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to break Pargiv in the
Got to
cage.
do something. Play with his
100%.
mind.
No one, everyone's, I think, gave him utmost respect because, I mean, he's deserved it, right? I mean, he's had a great Rising Stars career now,
Amazing.
pro,
Yeah.
top prospect, but I don't think we haven't seen him fight anyone where someone's in his head or he has this emotional.
He's also very sportsmanlike.
yeah, no, Parker, very
100%.
respectful guy.
Yeah.
So I do think, you know, Todd's trying to figure out an edge he could potentially get in the fight and
Yeah.
getting in someone's head.
Well-
You don't know what the hell that's going to play out, but at
Yep.
least you try it.
What's your thought on the trash talk and the
I
going
think
back
that's
and forth?
that's the whole thing about it. That's the whole part about this fighting. I mean, you start talking shit, you start posting stuff. You know, you do like you put them in like a dress and post it and like make fun of each other. You know, like shit like that. It
Gotta
gets
have your
everybody.
meme game on.
Yeah,
point,
the meme
right?
game
Yeah.
is like, and then it's psychologically like, oh fuck this motherfucker. Like I thought we were cool. And then he gets all hyped
Yeah.
up, but then at the end they shake hands. It's like, hey, it's all just
Yeah, and you got to think about it too. I mean, we could all, listen, I'm more of personal life. I'm definitely more of a respectful person. I'm not
Yeah.
going to call someone a motherfucker for any reason or unless you do me wrong, then I don't give a fuck. But in general, I love respect. But you can't lie. Khabib versus Conor. I mean, two of the bigger superstars, but why did everyone tune in? You think if they were all respectful and shaking hands all the time, you're going to have that many millions of pay-per-view buys? You're just not. So I think it also makes people more excited to watch a fight when there is bad blood. Yeah, you shouldn't fake it, and I do believe in respect, but there's no denying that gets the fight's more hyped up.
Yeah, but
it doesn't
see,
matter.
This is where I struggle, right? Like the whole Conor Khabib thing. I think Conor crossed a line that I don't like at all.
No,
right? But I
100%.
think like building it up is okay. But Sped, when is trash talk too much? Where does it cross that line, do you think?
Well, you said that Todd was trying to get in Pargev's head because he had to do something, right?
Yeah.
Because he feels like Pargev is more skilled than him. He had to do something to affect Pargev. I saw the same thing with Conor and Khabib. I saw fear in Conor. I mean, shit, I hate to be saying this, but it is what it is. I felt like Conor was trying to get in Khabib's head and make him make a mistake through anger.
I think so too, but did he cross a line by
He
bringing
did
up
cross the
religion
line.
and
That's
family and
he
that
definitely
shit?
crossed
Yeah.
the
No,
line.
I agree with that too. My point also is just fans, everyone's gonna be a lot more excited to watch a fight if they think the guys want to really
Well,
hurt each other, have a
100
feud. Then yeah, no, but that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you watch our social analytics, the stuff that gets the most hype, Tal, is when it's controversial, when people are going
Definitely.
at each other.
controversy sells, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So again, I think we just got to find that fine line between, you know, where does it cross the line? I think we've been pretty good so far.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean it's really not up to us. Like, we don't really
No,
have too
it's
much of a
not.
say in
There's
it.
definitely a line crossing coming.
No, I agree. I think family, religion, that kind of stuff. If you think you're gonna fuck your opponent up and you want to say that, I'm totally fine with that. Like I don't
Yeah.
that doesn't really cross the line because I think that you guys are gonna get in the cage and fight. But
Yeah.
girlfriends, wives, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I prefer
Yeah.
not to hear.
I
Yeah.
think also, I mean, I don't
I
know
agree.
much about like other promotion and stuff, but the way you guys do it, it really is like a family because you guys do the weigh-ins before. You guys are all together in one room. Like you bring them here,
Yeah.
you do like the barbecues and all that stuff. So it's like it's almost hard for them to like actually really hate each other.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
of them actually do respect
They,
each other.
I feel like they actually like each other
Yeah.
for the most part. So
Yeah.
it's like you're never gonna really see like real shit talking. I think unless
Yeah,
you bring someone.
and-
up.
I mean, unless it's Jesse Langarica fighting.
Jesse Langria.
and we'll get to the clip of Byron too, calling him on his post.
Well, no, I think that's part of what we're trying to breed, right? And where they're at the fine line, we want these guys to conduct themselves, you know, as professionals, treat each other with mutual respect, you know, and
For sure.
and for the most part, these athletes do that. We're very blessed to work with the roster that we work with. Amazing guys.
Yeah. Well, since we were just talking about Pargev, let's pull up Pargev's clip from his fight. That is fight number 12. Oh, look at he's already ahead of it. And just real quick, I want to give a shout out to Robert Duran. Took the fight on 1 week's notice to fight someone like Pargev. Gangster
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, totally.
But as you can see, he's already bloodied up. I think
that elbow.
Pargev hit him with an elbow
Yeah.
when he was shooting it for a takedown, was just clean.
Yeah, props to Robert Duran and his camp. You know what I mean? And I actually feel bad for Pargev because I think his original opponent pulled out. Then we had 2 additional opponents pull out, and then Duran stepped up.
Yeah.
Gotta love this ref cam, bro.
I know that's
Yeah,
just
it's
up close
amazing.
and personal.
Shout out to Steve Bash, bro, head of production. Look at all the blood.
Yeah.
There was so much blood this
Yeah.
one.
I love it. Guess who wipes up the blood in the cage? Me.
Wow.
I love it.
The big boss.
See, listen, you gotta love Pargev. He's such a showman. He has his whole crew bring in all his fucking belts. At one point, he had so many belts he couldn't even hold up his arms. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, I love it.
So heavy.
Yeah. So what do you think about What's the ceiling for Pargev? Like, you know,
There
he's a
is
pro 2-0 as a pro now.
Yeah.
You could tell he takes this this is his life. Like watching him, you know, him being Armenian stuff. I'm sure you're very familiar with him. You think that's someone that gets to the UFC one day?
Yeah. There is no ceiling for him.
Exactly.
He is a super nice guy, the nicest guy you'll meet.
Yep.
But as you saw, like he's a very dangerous person, and his fight style is it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, he's so skilled, he's so confident, he's so dedicated. I mean, I'm sure all these guys are super dedicated. You know, it's not easy to do something like this, but I don't. There's not much I could say about it. About what the ceiling is for him, I guess time will tell. But he's definitely one of the most promising prospects we have.
Yeah. No.
By
agree.
we, I mean Armenians.
Well, even UNF. I really think
Even UNF. of
He's
course.
honestly one of the top 5 faces in
Yeah.
UNF.
Yeah.
You know.
I could
and-
see him on Contender Series making
think
a
in, like-
highlight clip.
Yeah. No. I could see. I think he's gonna be there in like 1 year from now. Probably a year from now if
That
he
would be
stays
amazing.
healthy and could stay active.
what is he going to look like in a year from now? Because if you think about his first fight, 2 years ago with us? Was somewhere like
right
that?
around there? Yeah.
2-3 years ago? Like he's been with us early on. His evolution is crazy. He was only, sorry, he's probably going to get mad at me. At the beginning, he was only a wrestler, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Like his first, just wrestle. You look at him now, he's the complete package in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
What do you think of Pargev?
Yeah, I like him.
He's like, Pargev? Yeah?
No, he's cool. He's good.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. Yeah.
I saw in your podcast clip with Pargev when you had Edgar and Pargev here, I saw how marketable Pargev could actually be. You know, he doesn't talk like he's not that great in English and he doesn't talk much, but when you guys posted that clip, I said, you know, the right marketing team can make this guy explode.
Yeah.
We saw it recently with Arman Sarukian. People have been finding him hilarious.
Yeah.
I
And
think
before,
that-
like no one really
I can
knew
see that with him too.
Yeah.
What
know?
What do you think happened with him? Did somebody get his ear and he's just switched it up?
He has
Because
good management.
he's blowing
He has
up
good
now.
management.
Well, honestly, and too, like Pargev's also pretty funny with his English, like the one
Very
line
He's
and
funny.
stuff.
funny.
Barman
He's funny.
Sarukian, I think, is hilarious, but he
Yeah.
just never put himself on that platform to really, you know, for people to really see that. You know what I mean? You can't just do it at a press conference here and there, but he won like a little media run and everyone fucking just fell in love.
But that's part of success, right? In MMA, it doesn't matter only what you do in the cage. It matters what you do outside the cage. Also, if you want to be the next Conor McGregor, the next big thing and make the big
Yeah.
fucking money,
Yeah.
you got to be good inside the cage and out.
Yeah.
So they've got to go on the Never Made Weight podcast
Oh, yeah.
to be
the-
successful.
Everybody in UNF is welcome for the podcast. Just let me know. Who do you feel is the most marketable fighter in UNF?
Pargev's definitely one of them. I think we've.
Non-Armenian.
Well, I'm going to another one first, and then we'll go non-Armenian. But Edgar Mirkanian is fucking
Obviously.
hilarious. He's
Obviously.
fucking brash.
Super.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I love it.
You know,
dude,
and
I had him on
Edgar-
too.
Yeah, no, he's just
Yeah.
he doesn't give a fuck, and you know you have to have a little bit of that to
And
really.
that's
just,
really who he is. It's not an actor.
Guys,
Edgar.
I grew up in Glendale, so did he. You know, if you grew up in Glendale, you would understand. It's just he's classic.
Classic Glendale.
But I feel like a lot.
He's
of
a
the-
little different. He's
he
very
has to be
aggressive.
different because, dude, we have a lot of Armenians who fight under UNF, and they're all from Glendale, but there's only one fucking Edgar the way he acts. So I don't know if it's classic. I'm
His
sure-
sense of humor, like
yeah,
the way he talks, how confident he is just all too familiar.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I love it.
He comes at me if I say something don't word it
I
properly.
saw-
He calls me out all the time. Like, oh, come on, Edgar, give me a break.
I think another guy though is Anthony Romero, who's our bantamweight champ right now.
Uh-huh.
Has a great story. Also very confident. And then the way he talks and stuff really matches the way he fights, right? He's a fucking bully. He'll get on the mic and be a fucking bully. So I think he's very marketable too. Because I think you have to have the marketability with the fighting skills at the same time, and he has that overall package together.
Yeah, I think he just needs to get more active on social and put himself out there.
Yeah, but
outside the
he
cage. Because when
has
he's
it if
in
he does,
fight
yeah.
camp and when he's in the cage, amazing. But I also feel like another evolution is Gianni Vasquez, right? Gianni's knocking on the door to the UFC. I think Gianni's turned it on completely, not only in the cage, but outside the cage too. He's traveled the world, training in different places, posting more, calling Dana out, saying, Dana, I'm ready for that call. Call me, I'm ready for the UFC.
Yeah, no, he really has. Well, he needs to fucking get the call. How about that?
Does Gianni Vasquez deserve the call to the UFC?
Absolutely. I
Okay.
think so.
What
Do you know
guys
who
are-
Gianni Vasquez is?
No
Tom?
idea.
what you guys are doing with this podcast is amazing because you guys are giving these guys a platform to come and show their personality. Who's gonna know their personality if you guys don't do that for them?
Well,
That's-
thank you. Appreciate you. You also talk about how we're doing on social media. I mean, again, it's good for our promotion, no matter how you want to spin it. But the interviews, all that stuff is we want the fighters to be able to build their own brand as well. So if they randomly see, oh, this guy versus this guy's fighting at UNF, and they search on YouTube or they search on Instagram, they're going to see interviews or stuff on that fighter if they want to get to know more about him. You don't see that with other promotions, and maybe it does cost us a little more money or whatever it is, but we feel like it's very important for our brand and for theirs.
Well, I think too, you said it kind of earlier on, like again, I don't want to shit on anybody, right?
Shit on them.
I
Shit
think
on 'em.
different people have different business models, right? Our business model is to build a brand, right? I don't think these other regional promotions are not really building a brand. They're just putting on shows. So when you say they're flimsy, I agree with that. It's because they don't invest into their athletes, right? Where we get that the athletes are our brand. So if we invest in them, we make the fans of the fighters, then they're going to be in turn a fan of UNF, right? It's
Yeah.
got to be mutually beneficial. Whereas I think a lot of these other promotions, just use the fighters for their ticket sales or whatever
Yeah.
that is,
Yeah.
and aren't looking at the long-term game. The cool thing for us, like, why did we have, putting on 18 fights, let's be fucking real, you guys.
Crazy.
I don't
Nuts.
enjoy it.
No, and we don't, but why did we have to do that? This guy and George does all the pro matching. We have so much interest in fighters fighting with us. We've got to put that many, fights
There
on
was
to
no
keep
room
these
on the
guys busy.
paper to fit all the heads on there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Literally, the card was like insane.
Yeah, but if we can't keep busy, then they're going to go to other promotions. And if they have to, they have to. But, we don't want them to do that. So we're trying to keep all the key guys as busy as we can. We need to be more active because I feel like if these guys have a choice, 90% of the guys here on the regional scene will prefer to fight with us than any other promotion.
So how does it work with their sponsors? Do you guys help them get everything, or they kind of are their own, or they have managers, or how does that work for them?
Fighters have their own managers, like manager companies. A lot of the coaches, help get the fighters fights and all that stuff. And then whatever sponsors they get, they kind of get on their own. I mean, we also try our best
Yeah,
to
we've been able to help connect some folks here or there. But and you guys got to think about it, like Up Next is not some big brand. We're still getting our sponsors to sponsor, UNF, right?
Sure.
So we've been able to help get some sponsorships for the athletes, but it's generally up to themselves and the management companies. And I think that when you talk about having a good marketing team, that's what's missing from the regional circuit. A lot of these guys can't get the attention from their management, our folks to really push them in their brand. So part of what we're doing too, which I think will be pretty cool, it all starts with social media, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
But Jeremy McPeak, our head of social, which Sped, you said, wow, our social's amazing. I agree. And I think it's in large part because of Jeremy McPeak. We're going to be doing a social media class for all of our athletes.
Great.
So
That's
Jeremy will
amazing.
teach them,
That's it.
what do you need to be doing on social media? Like there's like little key things like you've got to have your name on social media so fans can find
some
you.
people will have a username like fucking wooden wall and then not have their name. So like our fucking social media guys, like, I can't find their Instagram. I'm like, shit, let me text them. And
Well,
then
if we
something,
can't find them,
something random.
yeah, but if we can't find them, the fans can't find them. So we've
Yeah.
got to do a better job teaching these guys how do they connect with fans, right? But also, Tom, more importantly, how do they connect with sponsors? Because unfortunately, these fighters don't make shit. They can't make a living wage until they really get to the UFC
Yeah.
or a bigger promotion. I mean, we pay fairly for the regional scene, but it's still not great, guys.
For sure.
A lot of work needs to be
I
done.
mean, I'm sure a lot of people look at what you're doing and wish they can do it, right? But as I saw on Saturday, how much work it takes an army, and I'm sure it takes a shitload of money. So how did you guys get into this? I don't want to cut in the middle of the recap, but it's so interesting to me. For whoever doesn't know, father and son. A lot of people don't know, by the way.
Oh, really?
That you guys are father and son. If
Really?
somebody just,
I thought everyone knew at this point, but that's crazy.
I
yeah.
mean, everyone at Up Next
Next.
knows.
Well, yeah, I think it is a cool story
Right,
that,
for the people who are just seeing your faces
yeah.
on a short, and they're like, "Oh, cool, Five Family Podcast." They're not going to expect you as father and son. I didn't know until I saw Ryan Buckner, Chris Buckner. You know, so how did that start, and how'd you guys get into this?
Well, I think, I mean, since I was younger, we've always bonded over, watching UFC fights. He used to train me in kickboxing 3-4 days a week, had me doing jiu-jitsu lessons, and just, just to teach myself self-defense at the time. I did want to compete a little bit, but my mom was not having that whatsoever, and he couldn't get the yes from her at all.
Never.
Just wanted to throw out, she's the boss of the family. But,
Cool.
we always bonded over mixed martial arts and everything. As soon as I got out of high school, started a clothing brand, worked with his, his other job, the private investigating stuff, but didn't have a real passion for it.
He had zero passion for that, bro. None.
Not zero. You said I was a good report writer, which
You were pretty good.
yeah, whatever. But anyways, it's just something I thought I would want to do with my future in my life and just be involved in the industry. So kind of went to him one day, just wanted to do it. He was like, yes, but you got to put a plan together, be all in type of thing. And then we were able to partner with George and Steve, kind of have our first event, just been fucking building since then. But
Amazing.
it was really more of my idea, obviously needed his support and his backing. And I think he also shares the same love of mixed martial arts as me, just maybe not as much of a nerd about it. But,
sure.
But we've always bonded over it. We've always trained together. I mean, since I was 5 to probably like 18, we were training 3 times a
Right.
week together all the time. So yeah, it was fitting.
So you could hold your own.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say I could beat
I'll
up
beat
any
your
UNF.
ass.
UNF.
I'll beat your ass any day.
Honestly, how much?
We need
how much?
You two need to get in the
What
UNF
purse?
cage.
What purse will we give him to fight me? I'll take the loss on the bet.
No,
I'll take
because
a loss.
then he's gonna put in a medical claim, and then we're gonna fucking
Oh, I'll
have to
Jew
pay
the
for
shit
it.
out of you.
You'll Jew
Absolutely.
I'll do this shit.
I'm already
Will you sign a
conducted.
hold harmless agreement?
Oh,
and all that?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So we.
What
Listen.
do you guys, is it possible for just a random person to be like, hey, I want to fight my friend? How is it possible to get them in there?
Yeah,
Or
it is possible. So I mean, that's one thing about like MMA or boxing. Like, it's not like basketball or football. Like, if you want to be an amateur fighter, you could sign up with the commission. If they approve you and you get your medicals done, like you can fight.
So you have to get you can't just like walk into
No,
the
no, you
cage.
can't just walk in. You got to get certain blood tests and a physical, at least for the amateur level, and then pros. is a little
Yeah, but from a
less.
skill level, like anybody can fight.
Yeah.
There's not a skill efficiency test to get in or anything like that. At least for the amateurs, when you go pro, you have to have a pro trainer sign off on you to get you your pro licensing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but there have been some amateur fighters who have not done real well, had a few losses, and the commission says you're not fighting anymore.
Which is good. I mean, they'll suspend them and make them, train
Yeah.
somewhere and then show
Get
proof that
certified.
they've gone better.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I do love about MMA. It's not that anyone could become professional, but I think the sport of MMA and even boxing potentially is like one sport, if you have a lot of heart in and you're lacking a little more skill, but like your heart and mindset really comes into play in this sport compared to
Yeah.
other sports. Like
Of course.
there's some guys that are just naturally gifted with basketball and could just make a 3 from anywhere, but they could smoke weed every day or they could drink, but they could
Yeah.
still go out and perform. Like in MMA and fighting, it's all about heart. Well, majority of it is heart and mindset. And that's what I love about, the athletes in MMA.
Well, how many times have you seen a super talented guy beating the shit out of somebody for 1 or 2 rounds,
Yeah.
but then he gasses out, loses his heart, or takes a couple shots, and then he fucking gives up?
Yeah. That happens very often.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That's half the sport is the fucking mindset and the
Some people are super skilled, great at teaching, and better in the gym.
Yeah.
You
I
see
hear
a
that a
lot
lot.
in
Bro,
MMA.
I hear that a lot. Like
You
everyone
see it
texts-
in basketball. You see that.
yeah, that too.
You
yeah.
know.
Well, I mean, the true test of the man is like when you're in a cage with another, like, what are you really going to do? Because somebody could look amazing hitting the bag and doing all this bullshit till you're getting hit in the face. That's a whole nother
And
story.
also like the debut guys at UNF, like, I mean, they're all like they're gangster, like, but like your first fight to be at the, like say the last show, you're making your debut with all those lights and all those people
Wow,
and all that
yeah.
shit. Like for your first fucking fight, it has to be fucking nerve wracking, no matter who you are.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how gangster you are.
Yeah.
That's nerve wracking.
Yeah, especially like a debut fighter, right? It's not like a David McGoyan's already fought at the Contender Series and done this. Like
Yeah.
debut fight, you got 17 cameras in your face, all the media there. Like
Yeah.
it has to be nerve wracking. Yeah,
But Tal's ready for it. Who do you
I'm
want to
ready.
fight, Tal? I mean, out of all your
I
friends,
will
Out of my
fight you. I
friends-
swear I will fight you.
I have a friend named Devin Francis that I want to beat the shit out of him. He just called me. He was on the phone with me 30 minutes.
Oh wow, you were really annoyed with it.
Yeah, I was annoyed. I'd beat the shit out of him. He's like 5'1", he's a little guy.
So you go after you would rather fight.
Yeah, I mean, I want the advantage, obviously. I don't want to get my, knocked out. I want to do good, but
You want to look in that camera and give Devin a message of why he should fight you?
he knows. He knows all the reasons.
don't need to tell him anything.
No, he knows.
I love it.
But no, it'd be cool to see like straight amateur just from the streets to come and do that. I mean, we've seen it like on YouTube back
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
day,
lie.
but-
There's the times in my life where I would just watch YouTube street beefs and like they could not fight, but it'd be fucking entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
If you guys can put me in there with my nutritionist, it'll be great.
We'll do that.
Yeah,
We'll
great.
sign you up.
Perfect.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
We
go.
should do like an event one time where it's like more people that don't train. Because that shit's entertaining no matter how you put it.
Oh,
We're not going to
hell
spin it as a
yeah.
UNF event.
But you know,
it'll
you
be-
need that storyline behind it, right? If
Yeah.
you've got a good storyline, it'd be freaking amazing.
Oh yeah.
We got to work on that. We've had a couple of influencers and some other randoms that have wanted to get in our cage. We're going to work
Yeah,
through
do
some
like
of
an
this stuff.
influence fighter night.
It's weird because
you know?
like I'm like I'm for it, but I'm also against it. Like
yeah.
I would want to like structure an event like where we're branding it. It's like, hey, this is not really UNF up next fighting, but
Yeah.
it's a spin-off. Type
Maybe
of
like
thing.
a charity event or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
You
something
know what I
more so
mean?
like that.
Yeah, I had a recent idea. Maybe we could talk about it after.
Let's do it.
With normal people though.
Okay.
No fighters.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Can we get him? Please, let's get this guy on there. I would pay so much money to see him get punched in the face one time. I swear he deserves it.
That's so
I
funny.
swear. No, he seems really nice right now. This guy gives me shit every day.
Let's
Hey,
do
when you
it.
work with somebody, it's like that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, let's do it. All right, let's see. It's probably a couple more fights we do want to get into before we wrap this thing up. Let's talk about Rosario Romero versus Tom Landeros, which was a good finish. Chris, that's bout number.
All right, Sped, walk
11.
us through this, what you're seeing when Chris shows this highlight.
And I just want to ask you guys before we're gonna see it, but was this finish too soon, too early, or not? A lot of people are saying it was too early. I do get the ref though; he did get dropped twice, but let's get into it. Heck, it was clean.
Chris Lieben was reffing this.
Yeah, it's a really close one.
Love the ref cam.
Yeah, the ref cam is great.
Amazing. Okay.
But Rosario really set it up nice. He threw a couple left low kicks and then just
Yeah.
stuck it up top too, which was beautiful.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think that. I look. I mean, maybe UFC fans will be like, "Oh, that's an early stoppage and stuff," but in the position of Chris Lieben, hopping in there is not a it's not a bad decision
I
because he got
actually-
dropped twice.
I leaned towards it was a good decision,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
But again, Tom, he still looked like he was there, but you get dropped twice in 5 seconds. I mean, it's hard to say that that's a fast stoppage.
yeah. Because usually when you get dropped twice like that, his body shut off
Yeah,
for a quick second. It usually doesn't end well.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could just let it go 5 more shots and he's just taking
Yeah.
more damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the UFC, they're more likely to do that. But they would probably stop fights a little earlier, right? In the regional scene.
Technically they shouldn't, but I'm sure they do. But like, it should be the same rule set essentially, right? Like how they're called. If it's amateur or pro, there is a difference. But
Yeah.
if it's a pro fight, it's a pro fight.
Now,
That's
let
what
me
I think.
ask you guys this. Before the fight, do the fighters talk to the ref?
There's a
And-
rules
and-
meeting. They go over
And
the stuff.
I've heard in the UFC, sometimes fighters will tell the ref, hey, if you see me in trouble, let me work through it.
Yeah.
You guys have any of that in
So,
backstage?
so I know some fighters will go ask the ref, like, hey, like, let it go as long as you can, or like ask for that respect to say, because I don't
Yeah.
know. But at the end of the day, it's just the ref's judgment when they're in there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I've heard like, guys asking for
I
that.
actually had Chris Lieben. I did an episode of Making Weight with Chris Lieben. I asked him about this, about stopping fights too early or too late, and what he said was, as a ref, we were making split-second decisions,
Yeah.
and there's no such thing as too late or too early. You're always a little off. It's never going to be
It's
perfect.
never. It's
I
very.
like that answer.
You can't be perfect in anything. And this is.
Exactly.
I mean, we can all critique it and everything, but we always say when we do start critiquing it or talking about it, it's like we would never want to do that job, and it's one of the
Never.
hardest jobs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you have a lot of things. You got to worry about the fighter's safety and health. You got to
Yeah.
worry about, the outcome of these fights do play effect on their careers
Yeah.
as well. Like there's so much to it, but number one is the health and safety of the fighters.
Obviously, the guy could have continued fighting, but decision has to be made.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
Tal, did you think as a fan that was too quick of a stoppage? What were your thoughts?
I mean, he did get knocked down twice, but at that point, either just getting ground and pounded, just call it. I mean, it makes sense.
So I personally thought it was too early, right? But I talked to Rosario's coach. I said, that looked a little early, Tribute Brother. He goes, no, you didn't see I was right there. And Tom's eyes rolled back in his head.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it just kind of goes to show, and that changed my opinion right
That's
there,
actually
right there.
what's cool about the
Chris
body
Lieben
cam.
is the closest one to the action and could see
He
all
Yeah.
that
knows
compared to
what's
everyone
going on,
else.
not
Yeah.
me sitting fucking on the far side of the fucking
Yeah.
cage, right? But
Yeah.
that's sort of the point when I talked to his coach. But the most heartbreaking part is Tom Landeros, taking that L. His son just worships him, right? His son's probably what, 8 years old?
Yeah, maybe 7.
8 years old, something like that. So he came in the cage and started, crying when his dad had to lose. That's just like heartbreaking.
Yeah,
to
I was
me.
with. I gave him a
Sucks.
hug. He was crying. I was like,
it's
that's
such
okay,
a bummer.
man.
That's why I also struggle when people bring their kids to the event. Is it the right thing? Is it not?
But it's also very, very beautiful to see someone bounce back. and you know, taking a L and being okay, because that's what life is, right?
Very well said. And that's why I just love their bond,
Yeah.
you know, their father-son bond. You know, it's just amazing. I think it's a good learning thing that life is not full of wins. I
Yeah.
mean, you've taken plenty of losses in life, right?
Yeah, I mean his
Tal?
girlfriend. His
Way too
girlfriend,
many.
His girlfriend didn't want him for like 2 years, and now he's dating her.
What?
Now,
Loss after
now I'm
loss.
stuck.
Yeah, now he's stuck.
Now I'm stuck.
You're stuck now, bro?
I'm stuck. That's it.
Okay.
His girlfriend's my cousin, also, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's
We had
right.
the family.
Natalie's
No,
our cousin.
I'm just sitting here. No,
right.
my dumbass is just sitting here. Yeah, Tal's Ryan's friend. I'm like, oh no, that's right. He's
family
dating her
now.
cousin. Yeah, you're sort of family now.
Kinda,
Actually,
yeah.
well, you still got to put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Should we
I'm
put some
sure
pressure
you.
on him?
I'm sure you're
when do you-
catching that pressure from that family
oh,
too.
Oh my God. Yesterday at the wedding was
Oh,
the
if you know
worst.
her mom, like, Tom, when are you gonna marry Tom?
Everyone, when are you next? When are you next? When are you next?
Oh, that's the worst. Been through that.
Oh man. Well,
Been through that.
we'll see.
You want to give
Should
us
I propose on the podcast?
No, you can. You can say
Dude,
the
breaking
date.
news. 5
You can say the date, and we'll bleep it out.
Got it. No.
Don't do it, Tom.
No, I'm
don't
not
don't
doing
get
it.
pressured.
No,
you
no
gotta do it when
pressure.
you're ready. It's your time.
Maybe in like 3-4 years, you know,
Oh,
when I'm
dude.
45 or however.
Oh, dude, that they're gonna kill you, bro.
No, fuck.
Well, Fear's gonna sit you down and have that
Lil
talk.
Fear will
with
put
you
me
soon.
in the cage with him. He'll want to fight me right there.
for sure.
Oh my god,
Oh.
yeah, that's fucking great. All right, yeah, that was a great fight, and there's a lot of hype behind that one too. Just
So let me ask you a question. You know, for the aficionados, Rosario looks great. He's now what, 4-0 or 3-0?
3-0 as a pro.
3-0. Do you think now he's in that title conversation against Anthony Romero at 135?
He's definitely on the radar. I think one more fight and he's right there. But there's another guy on the card who I think, you know, it's hard to matchmake and stuff at times, but Joris Sahakian at 135, like 5 or 6-0 now, running through everyone he's fighting. I mean, I think now he should really be first in line or as like number one contender right there, and then Rosario's one fight behind that or so, honestly.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't know because I'm not familiar with that fighter.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's our current 135-pound champ.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Or Rosario. Sorry, I got confused who you were talking about. Who
Now
knows?
Jor. I mean, I obviously know Sahakian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the other guy.
Yeah, Rosario Romero. So he's the one
Yeah.
that just you saw on the screen getting the knockout.
Yeah.
3-0 now. It's a pro. He's a Pan Am contestant in the amateurs. Really good. He's
Yeah.
decorated.
That
But
was a beautiful display. I don't know if it was Tal that said it or you kept going with the leg kick and then it went up.
yeah, no, he set it up. You can tell, and
Yeah,
he
it
has a
was
great
great.
camp too with
Yeah.
Chad George and
Yeah.
CMMA.
Comes from a great camp.
That's what I love about.
CMMA, Taco Padilla.
Yeah.
Taco, my
Oh,
fave.
Taco's a UNF fighter.
Oh,
He
Taco's
was
like
there.
you in that
He
fucking.
was there at the fight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Taco was there.
It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw, but we didn't do a good job promoting this. I think we had a miss. We've got some trading cards made, and one of
Wow.
the trading cards was Taco Padilla, like
Oh,
a
really?
Hall of Famer. I think we got Rosario Romero
Hold on,
too, right?
Sorry, how the fuck did he get an all access pass to UNF? Those are like
I've
fucking.
been showering with
Oh my
this the
God.
past 2 nights.
You've been
I
showering
haven't, I
with
haven't
Tal's like
taken
a
this off.
VIP.
Oh my
He
God.
deserves it. I love that he wore it today.
Yeah. Did you wear it to the wedding last night or no?
Yeah, of course.
Did you actually?
I had it behind. No, I can't take it
No,
off.
but Taco. I mean, yeah, we got the trading cards made for the UNF fights, which is cool. If anyone got some yesterday, those say Taco goes on to be.
So
say
those were the cards they were selling over there?
Yeah,
I thought they were selling like regular cards.
bro. We listen. I think it was a miss on our part. Like I think we do a lot right. That was a miss. I mean, we did okay with it, but we didn't promote that very well. They came in late, and we had to hustle. But yeah, but it's pretty cool because I don't think any regional promotion has really done trading cards
Yeah.
for their athletes. So I think we did like 9 or 10
How was
athletes.
the food? I didn't get the taste test.
Well, listen, the food looked great. The cookies were amazing, but one of the VIP table, like the guys from Valorian were sitting
Yeah.
right next to me, right?
Yeah.
So they get served their steaks and everything. They had no silverware.
Ah,
They didn't
that's
bring-
crazy.
so then I'm laying, tell them, hey, they need silverware. They bring them sporks.
That's
the plastic.
hilarious.
Wow.
to cut a steak with.
Yes.
That's
yes, bro.
hilarious.
Talk about a cringe moment, bro. I was just like,
Hey.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, once I put my feet up for like last.
Hey, you
2-3
can't be
fights-
perfect. Sorry.
No, it's
No,
true.
no. Yeah, it's not really much we could. Well, I guess we could do something about that. But once I put my feet up, I was eating the cold pasta off the VIP table where
Yeah.
mom was at and everything. It was okay. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Tequila was nice. Tasted good.
Did it?
Yeah, it tasted great.
How many shots do you think you took that night?
Probably half a bottle. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah. Hey, you could drink.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe we'll have a
baby.
drink off. Like we have to get 2 people to have a drink off at the next UNF event. We'll just
Yeah.
have it like on the big screen, like every fight after every fight.
That could be pretty
Not a bad
cool.
idea.
It'd be fucking hilarious. Would you do
Yeah.
it?
Absolutely.
If we get you versus, we got to find an Armenian that can really, drink. Maybe you could bring the contestant.
That's
for that,
going
and you'll
head
just
to
go
head.
get
I know
The
a lot of
Armenians can
those.
drink, bro.
I
And
know
maybe we'll
a
put
lot
a
of those.
$500 commerce chip on the line for that. That would be fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
If you
Yeah.
got like crowd involved with like those things, I think it'd be pretty cool also.
It would.
Yeah.
It really
Just
would.
to have some kind
That's
of
actually a really good
It
idea.
really would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
crowd cams, crowd events.
Yeah, that's one thing we got to do a little bit more of. I think that crowd cam would be a really cool thing. I think there's so many moving parts to production, like this ref cam and certain that some of these other things we do. It's definitely really challenging to put all these components together.
Yeah, but it's what separates you guys from everybody else.
Yeah.
And it actually is like an event. It's not just going to see fights.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what regional show would you actually go to though? And you have a ref cam and they're playing it on the replay in real time. Like it's nuts. It's really cool.
It was great.
Yeah, you got to give to Steve Bash and the team. I mean, we are so lucky to work with so many good fucking people that really care about what they're doing.
Speaking about good people and they care about what they're doing, let's talk about Tommy Aaron versus Jordan Lau, because that fight,
that was a banger.
And respect to both guys, we'll get a little more into it, but any fight Tommy Aaron is in is like a fight of your life fucking contention. Like he's not a fucking boring fight. It's insane.
Sick fighter.
Dude,
Yeah.
he reminds me of like the modern day gladiator. He
Yeah.
reminds me of the dudes from like 300. You know what I mean? The Spartans just like ready to go to fucking battle. That's what he was born and bred to do. That's what Tommy reminds me of.
That's fight number 17, Chris, which I'm sure you got. But yeah, no, he really does. I mean, when we had him on the podcast, so you can just tell he embodies that. All right, let's just watch this because
The crowd was going nuts for this one.
like he just nonstop. He's just going for the chin. Ooh.
Chris was going nuts for this one. He kept turning around to me. He's like, wow, what a fight.
Bro,
Like,
I find
know.
myself kind of geeking out, huh? Husband, I was like, ooh, yeah. Like,
I mean, but Tommy's just in the pocket no matter what he's getting hit with and coming back with 2, 3. And look, he's not just throwing punches. He's like trying to take his head off.
I love how he goes body, head. He mixes
Yeah.
it up so well, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice throw by Jordan too.
dude, this is another fight, especially for Jordan. So much was on the line. He was what, 4-0, 5-0?
Jordan was 9-0.
9-0? Sorry, my
9-0.
bad.
9-0. He's fought some
Yeah.
decently tough guys, but definitely hasn't fought someone like Tommy. When we did our talking heads, we're like, listen. And even though he lost to Tommy, it's not saying he can't get to the UFC or anything like that, but you got to fight someone like Tommy and do really well against him to like know you're ready for the next level. 'Cause
Yeah.
even any given day too, Tommy could fight guys in the UFC and come out with a W. I truly believe that. So,
I believe it too.
you know, Jordan will be back, but again, when you fight, I don't think he's ever experienced something like that before. You know what I mean? That was the first time he's had to be in a dogfight like that.
Tom,
Walking-
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go, bro.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No,
No,
I like
but I
that.
love that. Yeah,
it's a
interrupt me.
bad habit.
No, I love
But
it.
when I walked into the locker room and I saw Tony Ferguson warming up with him, like, who's this guy? You could tell it was about to go down.
Yeah.
Well, you know he does bare knuckle too, right? Or you didn't know?
No, I didn't know until you told me. Then I looked it up on Sunday.
Yeah. No, Tommy's just like, again, I'm a fangirl. Okay, here's where I'm
Well,
a
Tommy's
fangirl.
good for like the casual. Like,
I'm a casual.
no,
Yeah.
you're like in between casual and aficionado. I also didn't know what that word meant until he started using it like
Yeah.
17 times. Like, what the fuck? And I figured it out.
Thought
But, like,
it
as a-
was espresso.
Yeah. But for like a casual, like seeing guys just fucking go at it, like throwing a bunch of punches, like crazy fight is what you're a fan of, right?
I mean, listen, I like the ground stuff too, but you want to see people get hit in the face. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you're going for. So when you can do that and keep up and stand up and get the whole fight like that for the most part, that's
Yeah,
where the
Tommy's
action
the
is.
fucking
But I
king of
love
that
the
shit.
adversity too. Like I love it going back and forth. I like to see that challenge. And that's what, you know, Tommy's always matched up fairly against dudes, right? Like he fought the Mongolian Falcon before, which is a teammate of Jordan's. And dude, that was a freaking bloodbath.
And the Mongolian Falcon was a bodyguard for the Mongolian president at one
Yeah.
time. Like he's like legit fucking
Yeah.
no nonsense.
But what a great fight. But what I love, what this set up, Albert Tadavassian is our current champion. So Tommy just won the interim belt. So Albert T and Tommy are now going to face off. Hopefully,
Sick.
we're hoping for March. We'll see, you know, as long as, you know, Tommy's not hurt and Albert's schedule allows. But that's going to be a huge fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth to mention how involved Tony Ferguson was in the warm up of this fighter. He was like talking to him nonstop. I mean, I guess you see different kind of fighter coach relationships, right? You see some that are more laid back, some more hands off, you know. But in the back, Tony was like in his ear the whole time. You just knew it was about to go down.
Yeah, and T Ferg seems like one of those guys. If he's involved, he's fucking all
He's
in.
all in.
Yeah, he went
110%.
crazy when he got his arm raised and everything.
Yeah, they seem to have a really cool bond and relation. One thing I love about Tony Ferguson, just his energy that he brought.
Yeah.
He took the time to take pictures with all the fans.
I
didn't
think I
get
saw him take like
annoyed.
about 100 pictures at
You know-
least. And
Yeah.
didn't say no one time.
No, and,
Yeah.
and that's what I love. And T City's been the same way when he's come to our events.
Yeah,
but
sure.
these fans are what makes the sport. So I love that these superstars take a moment and give these fans those photos or that opportunity. I'm sure that it can kind of get annoying to them at times, but I love when they embrace the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about there's a lot little Armenian kids.
Dude,
I
the
get
little
along with them so well.
Bro, you
but, like,
need to talk to these Armenian parents, though, bro.
What
They-
is?
dude, the little Armenian kids were jumping into the corral and doing all this. Roy, who works with us, is like playing like grab one, throw him back, grab one, throw him back.
No, but they make the
I
shows for
love
me,
it.
honestly. Like
I love
they
it.
have so much passion. They don't give a shit, you know? Like
He's my coach.
I
want
gave
him to
one of them a
cage.
pair of gloves. Next thing you know, I got 20 running up to me. You gave him one. Where are my gloves? I'm like, so I give one a pair of gloves. Like, I don't want a size small. I want a size medium. I'm like, bro,
That's hilarious.
you gotta go. But they make the shows, honestly. Like it's the best having the kids there.
Look, we don't have a big content deal for our live show right now, so we're just on pay-per-view, which is pretty cool in a way, like because we can let select people go on the cage. We're not pressed for time, and we can have that kind of environment.
Yeah.
The bummer's going to be when we become a big show, you're going to have to scale back on those moments, which I'm not looking forward to. I love having those kids there, love having the gloves signed, and certain people getting in the cage and having their moment. But I know that that may have to change. So that's one thing I'm dreading.
The way you dealt with them, I saw the way you dealt with them cage side was really good. I mean, you're just understanding that this kid is having an experience. This is a really important experience for this kid. So, and you're a part of that experience. And the way you dealt with them was definitely making that experience better. But at some point, obviously, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to balance. Yeah, you got to.
But another thing, though, with these kids, they really like fighting because you had a bunch of 8-year-old kids calling over Tony Ferguson when an 8-year-old kid shouldn't really know who Tony Ferguson is. Because Tony Ferguson was popping like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
were
MMA
3.
fans know Tony Ferguson. Don't get me wrong. 3 million followers on Instagram. He's a famous person.
But
He's a legend.
8-year-olds
But
really shouldn't be known.
Exactly. So that you can tell that those 8-year-olds went back and watched old fights. So they're real fans of the sport. So because you're giving them this kind of experience, they're never gonna forget you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the hope, right? Like we have one mom, Newer Boutique. She's amazing. She sponsors all our events, and she gets corral seats. So sometimes we don't have enough or whatever. She always puts her kids in there. She'll stand up. She'll do whatever, always for her kids to have that moment. Just really respect that lady.
I
Wonderful
remember
mother.
One event way back, like also like there was a kid that wanted to go in the corral or something. I think we were being a little strict. I was like, you know what? I just picked him up and brought him over. His dad texted me the next day. He's like, that was really the best night of his life. Thank you so much. And that makes you realize, listen, we do have to run it professionally. And there's times where it's too hectic. We can't let kids in, but when we can, to try to do it so we make their night and they have a great experience.
You're making an impact in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah. No, I think so too. Even Tal geeks out when he gets to go in the
hell
cage
yeah.
after the fight. Like, I want to go this. Like, it's really cool to be a part of all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like sometimes up next drives me fucking nuts. The most fulfilling moment is our events. Like it's all worth it. Like the day after, bro, I'm scrolling like a fucking fiend through Instagram, like seeing all the comments and all the feedback. And look, not everything's always perfect. We had a couple fans that people took their seats and stuff that, we had to refund them tickets and some little things, but overall, like it's just awesome. I'm like on a fucking high.
Yeah. There's nothing you can do about that though, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
Even at Laker games, people take people's seats. Like, and then you just tell them, here's my ticket, you gotta move.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I get it. All right. Well, I think we want to wrap this up soon, but there's probably a couple more fights we got to get into.
Got to do
real quick.
Byron Valle's fight.
Yeah, so let's get into Byron Valle. First round submission, pro debut. Chris will line that up shortly, but I think, we were just talking about Pargiv kind of similarly. This guy, I don't know what his ceiling is. He has a crowd behind him. He has a good story.
Yeah.
His little shrug after he got the finish, I just felt like, you look at that, you're like, this guy's marketable. So let's see.
I love that Byron's just so calm and cool.
Well, he had
Oh, wow.
Boom, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And look how he gets up. He doesn't give a
That
shit.
could have been bad because he's tapping on the floor instead of tapping
Look
on
at this
him.
ref cam.
He might have not seen it, broke
Yeah.
his,
Ooh, that's deep too. There's
Yeah, that's
nothing you
deep,
could do
bro.
there.
And props to
hurts.
Khalil Pearson for taking this fight. I mean, again, I think Byron
I'm so
Valle is
grateful
a
to be
top.
here. And then, Jesse, where the fuck you at, you fucking pussy? I want to fight your bitch ass. You talking shit online? Let's fucking go. I know you see this shit. You hurt your fucking wrist, probably jerking off. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go and fuck your bitch ass up. Let's go.
I love it.
Okay, well, not to be matchmaker right now, but that fight needs to happen next too.
For
though.
sure.
Yeah, but I do want to give Khalil his flowers. Like Khalil is
100%.
based on the East Coast. He took this fight on short notice. Byron Valle is a tough guy, top prospect, and he took this fight without hesitation. So props to Khalil.
Khalil's really fought. Like he's fought Rosario Romero.
He's
now.
another guy that has just completely evolved from his Rising Stars days to his pros. He's had nothing but tough fights.
What I love about him too is like he, it's realistic. He's probably not gonna get to the UFC at this point. He's a little older in age, but
Yep.
I love seeing someone that dedicates themselves to something and they just get better and better and better. Like most people don't want to strike with Khalil. You know what I mean? Like, and that just proves he's gotten a lot better on the feet.
Yeah.
Not saying Byron didn't want to, but it's just you could tell he's getting better with the jab, the low kicks, all that kind of stuff.
Well, Byron's another guy that from day one, right? Like how much he's evolved. I think he's always had a pretty good skill set. But once he became champion in the Rising Stars, that confidence level just kind of took over him on social media. Just like everything seems similar to Parga. Everything's really come together.
I
for
would
him.
bet money that he makes it to the UFC one day. Like I'm very confident in that.
Well, that's your fucking job to get him there, son. So
Yeah.
you got to get to
Well,
work
listen,
on that.
It's not my job. It's the fighters' jobs, and we help them along the way. It's all the hard work they put in, all the shit they do.
Facts.
But he's one of the guys that just has that full package when it comes to skill. How serious he takes the sport, and then fucking just how dedicated he is. Like he's 23 years old now, I think.
Yeah.
The improvements he's made since he became champ at, the Rising Stars just what I was trying to say is like out of all the guys we work with, and there's a bunch of guys I think could get to the UFC, I would bet money he gets to the UFC.
Yeah.
That's how confident I am that he's gonna get there one day. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you even know who we're talking about?
That guy.
That guy. Okay, I just want to make sure. No, look, Ryan, I think you got to make the Jesse Langarica fight. I mean, we got to have George reach out to Jesse and see if Jesse wants that for March, because I think Byron's probably ready to turn around fairly quick, according to what he said. He wants to fight at least a few times this year.
Yeah. Should we just call Jesse right now, see if he wants to do
But
it?
should we try to make that fight or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who Jesse is,
But
Byron
Jesse-
You
Baez-
don't know who Jesse Langarica
But once you
is?
see that clip, you got to try to make the
Yeah,
fight.
Byron.
Yeah. Jesse is the fucking, like, the bad guy of UNF.
Yeah, no offense. It just
I
I,
love
gotta
Jesse.
I gotta do my research on
Okay.
on these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I primarily watch UFC. I never catch the UNFs besides the highlights.
Because we're just not big enough for you.
Well, now I'm gonna be
Okay.
watching it for
All right.
sure.
Just
After
wanna make sure.
Saturday, I'm definitely gonna watch
Okay.
it. You know?
I'm going to hold you to that,
Yeah.
bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hold me to it.
No, Jesse's just a UNF villain, bro. Every fight he's been in, the wars that go online are just freaking nuts. And
That's
he's a
amazing.
total troll on social media.
That's
I love it.
amazing.
No, he's great.
I'd
Jesse's
love
great.
to see that.
Yeah,
I'd love
Jesse's
to
a
see
great
the
showman,
trolling.
bro.
It's my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah, Chris, cue up the Dorian versus Coleman. I'll go through a couple fights real quick. But Rawson versus Diego Sanchez. There's a lot of clinch work in that one, a lot of grappling. Not too much action, to be honest, but it wasn't a bad fight. But Rawson just kind of controlled
Yeah.
that fight for the most part. So shout out to Rawson, the new Rising Stars lightweight champ. Diego ended up missing weight for that fight, but he'll be back. I think he had a really rough weight cut. But he has all the potential in the world too. So nothing to hang his head on.
Yeah, and again, guys should always make weight, right? But
Yeah.
that was his first time fighting at 55 too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if he did some test runs to get down to 55 first.
But if you don't make weight, I understand.
You understand that?
Yeah, totally.
okay with
understand.
Never made weight.
Yeah.
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 Are those shirts for sale or no?
They are.
Where can we buy those?
Nevermadeweight.printful.me.
Okay.
Can you do that one more
Getting
time?
you one?
Nevermadeweight.printful.me.
Okay, got it.
You still hanging in there? You okay? You need water or
good.
something?
No, I'm
You
okay.
sure?
I'm sweating it all out.
All right. Well, the next one, another Rising Stars title.
Tom's over there like,
Oh, this is
I'm holding
he's
on
like,
for dear life.
"Whoa."
This one was a good one.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
Dorian versus Seth. Chris, we can run it, but high level, high kick from the Dorian,
Great kick.
clean.
Yeah.
And he did say, and listen, he wouldn't say anything before the fight, make no excuses, but he said this was his Michael Jordan flu game.
Yep.
Who said that?
Arshak, I guess he had the flu the last couple of days leading up to the fight.
And again, props to Arshak because many guys would have pulled out, and
Yep.
Arshak wasn't pulling out.
I love the mustache.
Well, he's
Mustache
got the whole.
is killing it, bro.
What does it remind you? It's the whole cop mustache,
Ooh,
right?
yeah.
Don't you think?
Yep.
Well, yeah, he's currently, Beverly Hills PD.
Damn.
Please, Arshak's trying to get hired by Beverly Hills PD right now. Nobody's going to make a better cop.
I
than
wouldn't want
Arshak.
anyone else fucking defending me than Arshak Dorian.
Listen, I think it's great because not only is he a tough fighter, can take care of business. He's a good person. He's fair. He's calm.
Wow, these guys went at it though.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
that's the kind of cop that we need out there. He's got my vote. You got any juice over at Beverly Hills PD?
None.
No.
No.
Okay.
Paul might.
There's
I
not an
just walked
Armenian
up
mayor
once
over there.
or
The
twice.
mayor's Persian, right?
I wouldn't even know, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I don't really have connections in the police department.
Okay.
Chris, you
Yeah,
think
but that
Tom's
would be
funny?
pretty useful, don't you think?
No, I think you should call some of your connections and
For
get
sure.
Arshak hired.
I don't
We
have
want
none.
Arshak hired.
I think you would be more. You would have more
I
connections.
know a
than
couple
Me.
people. I'm gonna make the calls,
For
but
sure.
I mean,
Yeah, well,
nobody
he
better.
did
than
say
I
he
talked to
wants
him
to
after
start-
the fight.
You say he wants to start fighting crime instead of fighting in the cage, and I didn't like that, and I'll tell you why. Selfishly, in the scumbag in me, I want Arshak fighting in our cage. So
This is true.
he doesn't become a cop, that might mean he fights with UNF more. I'm just messing, but
Yeah.
Arshak, fucking great fighter, one of the best amateur fighters, Rising Stars fighters out there, and hopefully, he
And
does
just such a class act to work
The
with.
belt that he got, what was that belt called?
That's a rising. That's our. You're new to UNF, so you don't know. But right, we don't call our amateurs. We call them rising stars.
Got it.
We hate the word amateur because we don't believe our guys are.
Yep.
I mean, watching that, you don't believe that's like doesn't look like an amateur.
Does not look like amateur at all.
Yeah.
None of them.
So we
Neither
call-
of them do.
We call it a rising stars.
Great.
as opposed
That's
to the
amazing.
amateur.
It's all about the branding. Sped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys got it going on with that.
Trying.
Brother,
Yeah.
we are trying. This guy's the king of branding, though. I have to give him his props on that. That's okay. All right, next fight: Attila
Whatever.
Era versus Moises Garbe. Let's roll that one up. But honestly, Attila, I think you said in the talking heads pre-fight, it's like if Moises can't get to the ground, it's gonna be a tough fight. Tough fight. He couldn't get to the ground, and it was a tough fight. Even though Moises did have some moments, but Attila was just firing all cylinders. And all
Yeah.
the
But I thought Moises looked good on the stand up too, though.
no, he did. He did.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're going against such a power puncher because he would back him up, but it's kind of hard to pull a trigger against someone that could just counter you like at any moment.
And Attila's so unorthodox. I hope that clip of him throwing the uppercut.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just such a sick uppercut. It missed, but man.
And he has it. Like, no
crazy.
one would really teach you to throw it like that, but he has the explosiveness to like do it.
Yeah.
Look, even when he gets him against the cage, he's just popping him. That was like the last sentence.
So I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was going to be more explosive, to be honest with you. Did you think it was explosive?
I thought Attila was pretty
At
explosive.
the end, right here, this
Damn.
was amazing,
That looks explosive to me.
dude. But that was the end of the fight.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Hey.
So
I just want to see Attila be more like that throughout the fight.
there was one time he did rock him, which I feel like he could have put the gas on a little more, but he didn't. But again, I think the one loss Attila had early in his career was strictly by the takedown. This fight was striker versus grappler. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But I do think
Attila fought a
psychologically-
super smart fight.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the fan in me that want to see him be reckless and just fucking unload the whole time.
Yeah, no, but
So-
go ahead.
It's common knowledge, right, that the UFC doesn't like boring fighters, aka, what a lot of
Wrestlers, like,
yeah.
sorry, not to be a dick.
Yeah,
but
not to be a dick. I mean,
Crotch sniffers.
wrestling could be fun, right? If you cause damage, but it's common knowledge that the UFC doesn't like it.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about it?
Listen, I'm also a aficionado to call it and a fan. I love a fucking brawl. I love when people are striking and everything, but I love the sport. I think the sport's an art. That's one piece of the art.
Yeah,
If someone could take you down and you can't get up,
yeah.
that's on you. What's-
Paul has something to say.
No, I
Tall loves
Come
wrestling.
on, you like the
Tall
crotch
loves-
sniffing?
No,
Tall loves
no,
wrestling.
not
men, by
on
the way.
TV. No,
Tall loves to wrestle men.
Yeah, behind closed doors. I think if like you're not betting on this, right? But if you're betting on UFC and then you spend all this money and like all that, and you see them on the ground, I mean, it's a waste.
Especially if
not-
you're betting the under.
Not if I bet.
Yeah,
not,
exactly. It's
not
just
if
a
I
waste.
bet on the guy that's on top. I'd be fucking ecstatic.
I
But I
mean,
get what you're saying. No, and I think like for fans themselves, well, how do you feel? I know you're strong.
Hargev's wrestling is super exciting to me.
Yeah.
So to me, it depends on the style of wrestling and style of the ground
Yeah,
game.
like if
Yeah.
you take someone
Guys
down
just
and you just
humping
stay in
each
half
other and
guard the
laying
whole
on 'em.
time just to keep the control, because
Yeah.
half guard's the easiest to keep, someone on bottom, but it's the hardest to inflict damage. from
You
them,
look
too.
at the grappling between Khalil and Byron. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Like, so if it's after patch, we got
Yeah.
the reversals going back and forth. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's just when it's just like laying
I think,
on top
I think
of
people
you.
used to hate on Khabib, even though Khabib was amazing with control. But I thought he did
Amazing.
ground and pound.
Great.
I thought that was fun. But even if you look at Islam's wrestling, like Islam's grappling is fucking funner than shit. I mean, he's always
Yeah.
looking for subs, ground and pound. He's down to strike
Besides
too.
the JDM fight,
Yeah,
because the JDM just realized how to not get finished
yeah,
and wait until the next round
right, yeah.
to have a chance to finish him.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, listen, I think it's boring sometimes if you're just staying in half guard and you're not. And I hate the pity pat fucking ground and pound. Like when you're putting
Yeah,
shit into it,
yeah.
I love that. But it's just like to stay busy, so don't stand you up.
Well, there was
Yeah.
no pity pat at UNF 30.
no, UNF
That-
doesn't do that shit
No.
too often, bro.
Yeah, no, it was actually really good.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, let's talk about Migren real quick. Migren versus Shane Torres. Honestly, another good fight. I think Shane Torres, on paper, right? If there was odds for that fight, I feel like Migren had to be
Close
like a
fight,
minus
bro.
700 going into it, minus 800.
Respect to Shane Torres,
Yeah,
because Migron is a silver
Silver
in the
medalist.
Olympics.
Yeah.
And Shane Torres really like
Held his own.
held his own. Yeah.
I agree.
I think he really tested Migron.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I think that's the toughest fight I've seen Migron in the UNF cage, right?
Oh, by far.
Yeah. It looked like he was going to
His
get
was
this.
a close one.
Yeah.
I felt like
I couldn't tell. You never know with these if they're close, but it looked
Yeah.
like Migren couldn't like get out of it for like 20 seconds or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
A lot of people expect
Ooh, wow.
That's actually dirty. I've never seen that before. That's actually
fucking love it though.
step on the heel. Tal, let's try
it.
that after this. I'll step on your heel.
Well, the ref did say something too about that too. That's not an illegal strike, is it?
I
No.
don't. I have not heard of that being.
It's
I've never
not.
even seen that though. to
I
be
saw you
honest.
comment. We were talking about that skate side. Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm such a dummy. I don't know all the rules, so.
The third round was not a good round for Migron. He got bust. Did he cut his ear? Was it
Yeah.
the ear that he cut?
No, I think
his
was it on his
eyebrow,
face?
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was his eyebrow.
Yeah,
But there's some great photos floating around of Migron now
yeah.
that we took, like just the blood coming
Yeah.
down his face,
I
him
love how he
holding
just
up his
holds,
son.
holds the sun up with one hand.
Yeah,
I
look
love
at
that.
Look at that.
Hey, that's
Chris, can you go back to
a,
that for a second? The blood.
Gotta frame that one.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, hold
Hell
it there.
yeah, I love that.
Dude, look at that.
It's a warrior shit.
That's
right
a
there.
warrior shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's what just fires me up.
yeah.
And Arut Pagosian, right, in his corner? Do you know Arut?
To be honest, I don't know him.
Okay, the
I
ball
know
guy's like
Sevak.
Arut. Yeah. Well, Sevak's just a psycho animal.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
just a
I
good
mean, Migron, like they expect a lot out of him. So anybody that can give him a hard fight like that has my respect.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, for sure.
Well, his wrestling is just on another level.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I thought Shane did a really good job against Migron.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
did too.
Yeah.
I think.
But I
it's a
think
watch that
Migron
fight.
needed that too. I think if he's gonna really take these next steps, he needs tough fights. He
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
You don't
I
just
also
want to be
think-
walking.
I mean, listen,
through
if they
people.
ran it back, you never know if the fight plays out the same. If Shane does bad, but I do think Migron's also been off for a little while too.
Yep,
Not saying he was rusty, but that was also him. I think back
at
after
least 2 years,
2-3
right?
years. Yeah.
Injury?
I don't know if it was injury. I don't know.
I think life. I think he started a gym now. I think
Oh,
he just want to
okay.
get his personal stuff.
Oh, he
all
did
together.
start a gym, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. He's
Yeah.
got a whole little
Very nice
posse of
guy.
kids. You know, I love Migron, and I love him more because he gave me his shirt at weigh-ins. He
Oh,
said,
nice.
"Yeah, the shirt he took off." He goes, "I want you to have this." So
Yeah,
I
Migron's
love,
very-
that. I love free shit, bro. What did you bring
Yeah.
me today?
I
Nothing.
didn't bring you shit.
I
today,
know,
man. I'm
bro.
so
What's up
sorry.
with
Don't worry. He
that?
doesn't.
So-
He hates free
That's
shit.
fucked,
No, I
man.
don't.
He's always
I
taught
actually
me.
Should have brought a gift, man.
He's always like, don't bring. He's like, he hates free shit.
yeah.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you something for free, but it has something. It comes with something.
There
I'm
we
asked
go.
for a favor later.
There you go. That's true. That's funny because I always tell my son, like, don't ask nobody for nothing in
Yeah,
life.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, don't ask any. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do it for the wrong motive. They give you. They
And you
expect
owe
something
them.
in return, right? And that's just
Yeah.
it's not nice.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got like 4 more fights. There, we could go through them. I don't know if we need to play the videos, but Marcus Acuna versus Alexis Franco, first fight of the night, got us started.
Yeah, Marcus did a great job. I mean, he controlled the fight from the opening bell. You weren't there yet,
I wasn't there.
Sped. But I thought it was a good fight, but I think Marcus just instilled his will
Yeah, no,
to the grappling
I
game.
agree. Franco will be back, but again, I thought Marcus looked very improved from his first fight for sure.
Yep.
Other fight, Santiago versus Haller. Santiago first round submission. You also weren't there for that one. You
Well, we
weren't
just
there for
keep
that one
rubbing
either.
Sped's nose that he came
I
late.
know,
Huh?
now
All
we're, cool,
good,
now we're
brother.
cool with him, bro. Now we can mess with him a little
If
bit.
you rub
He's
my
on
stomach, you
Armenian
get some
time,
good
bro.
luck. Rub the right place, you get good luck.
Tal, go rub it. Manny Castaneda versus Taylor Fox. Let's actually show that replay, Chris, because that was just back and forth.
That
with
was a
those
good
guys.
fight.
Social media, they got a lot of views on that one too. But while he's queuing that up, Artur Artunia versus Jeff Martin. I didn't watch that fight in full, but I believe Artur, just
Yeah.
they grapple a little bit, but Artur
Finished him with the
finish.
elbows,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we got the clip.
It was cool because these guys both did a tryout for like the Junior Olympics. Manny got the spot over Taylor, so Taylor asked for this fight again. Manny ended up coming out on top. Look, he looks built, dude.
I
for
love that
145.
back fist to set up.
Manny just seemed a little more dialed in
Yeah.
and a little more focused with.
It looked like
the
it
execution
looked
of
like
his
Taylor was
plan.
more like Manny went there to like inflict damage. Taylor also was trying to do that, but
Yeah.
it was more of like competing for Taylor, and Manny came to fight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, I thought Taylor looked good. This my first time seeing him.
yeah.
He's a class act.
But that output
good
for
fight.
Manny was just fucking
Yeah.
different.
Man, I love the way that guy swings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking hook.
That's the one I missed?
Yeah, you missed that one too,
Shit,
bro.
bro.
I think what
Got
you missed like 5 or 6.
Dude,
of them.
doors open 5. First fight at 6. Sped, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next
right.
time I got to roll with you guys.
Come on.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
you don't want to roll with us.
come-
You're going to be there like 9 in the morning.
Come with us
bro.
on Thursday. Set up the weigh-ins, brother. I'll see you
I'll
there.
sleep over and I'll come with you guys.
Yeah, we'll do a podcast episode from the venue.
All right. Well, the last fight of the night was not last fight of the night. Last fight we're going to talk about Cameron Spencer versus Kevin Kosei. Cameron Spencer. Listen, I thought this fight was going to be very competitive. Not saying it wasn't, but Cameron won every round in that fight.
Yeah.
Kosei was dealing with some other stuff, but don't need to bring that up in his defense or whatever. But Cameron Spencer, first MMA fight to beat someone like Kevin Kosei, to do it the way he did it too, very impressive.
I also think it takes a lot on Cameron's part to fight someone like Kosei for your first MMA fight?
I really thought Costa's one of the best rising stars out there. So
Yep.
props to Cameron Spencer. He has a bright
He
future.
was Cameron impressed the shit. I mean, that kid is so freaking good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah.
No. Did you see?
Mm-mm. I got.
Or you just don't remember right now because the haze and the.
No, I got there like
Hang on.
8:30.
Man, if
Solid.
I was one of these fighters and I saw me on the camera saying that, nah, I wasn't there for that fight, I'd be so pissed.
Would you?
Like, what the hell, bro?
Yeah, you don't care about me.
You have one job, bro.
Yeah. Like we invite them on the podcast. They even watch all the
Cameron
fights.
Spencer's gonna come fuck both of you guys up. I'm just telling you, and you don't want that.
No,
You don't want that smoke from Cameron
no, I'll
Spencer.
apologize when I see him.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
definitely.
so real quick, I just want to go back to Arthur's and Jeff Martin's fight. Props to Jeff Martin. Again, took this fight on late notice, which is, bro, we had this card done. How far out
2
did we have the
months
whole
before the fucking
2 months? And then we had a bunch of last minute fucking fallouts. And George and Ryan did a great job piecing fights back together. But I always like want to give my flowers to these guys that take these fights on short notice, like Jeff Martin fighting Arthur. Again, you know, Jeff staying in shape all the time, being ready to fight a guy like Arthur, that takes a lot. Arthur is he's not a rising star technically, but I mean, he's knocking
another
on the
guy
door.
that can get to the UFC.
Right,
for sure.
exactly. And a couple of fights, super high level guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Dare to be great, man. So props to Jeff for taking that.
Got that.
Yeah. Anytime you take a, short notice fight with anybody, respect, what happened with the Weston Kuros and Edgar Amirkhanian
Oh,
fight?
they were supposed to. It was supposed to be for this belt
Yeah, it's
right
supposed
here,
to be
bro.
the debut for that belt. Weston had a serious injury. I believe he like tore his LCL or something in his knee.
Shit.
So he ended up pulling out with injury.
Yeah, because he's a promising up and comer too. Obviously, if you ask Edgar, he's not. But
Nobody is compared to Edgar, though, bro.
for Edgar,
shits on everyone.
but as far as like everybody else's opinion, who is a good matchup for Edgar?
I think there's a bunch of fight. I mean, Edgar now is fighting at wants to fight 170 instead. So you got a couple good guys. I mean, someone called him out. Someone texted me that they wanted that fight yesterday. So
I wish we could talk about that right now.
we can. We can just
Do we
post
want to
on-
talk about that, Ron?
Yeah, well,
All right,
he's-
get ready for the internet to explode and Edgar to talk a bunch of shit as soon as this fucking airs.
Okay, well, Gregor Balkian hit me up saying he wanted to teach.
Balkian.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, but he's Armenian, but he's not.
yeah,
like,
but he's Armenian, but he's not.
no,
It's
but like the Glendale Armenians don't consider him Armenian. Like
Really?
by name only, like they were like
There's
Fedya.
sometimes
Fed
that
was-
happens a little.
Yeah.
yeah, no, like Fed said, come on, bro, he's Armenian, right? Or did Fed said he wasn't Armenian, or he is?
No,
Like,
Fed now says he is, but for a second he was. I don't know. There's like a controversy with it.
So he's the only Armenian that's fought another Armenian before, but I've never seen it otherwise.
Yeah.
But he said, Edgar needs to learn some manners, and he'd like to fight him in March. So gonna have to wait to see what Edgar
Interesting,
says. But that's on the
interesting.
table.
I actually loved that fight.
Interesting.
I love
Yeah.
that fight.
Yeah.
I hope we can make it.
You still doing okay?
Yeah. I'm-
Okay, just making sure.
Maybe we should take a couple shots. That way it just make you feel
I
a
didn't know
little
we
better.
could do that here. I would have.
We could do. You want to go grab the?
Could you
No,
do
right
3 days in a row?
I've
You're
done
a
it. I've done
savage
it.
like
I've
that,
done
This
it,
guy
but
can go
no.
with like 72 hours no sleep.
Dude, this guy's like the international
That's
traveler. Every
crazy.
time I see him, he's going here, going
No
there,
more.
going all over.
Yeah, do you have a day job even or no?
Yeah, I think I pretend to.
He does construction,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I'm so jealous of him.
What's your normal like 9 to 5? Do you even have a 9 to 5? or-
Yeah. I run a freight brokerage,
Okay.
so I move loads.
Got it.
Very just like a lot of Armenians.
Oh,
do.
so
a lot of
I'll
Armenians are in trucking.
probably be investigating you soon then. Probably,
Hopefully
right?
not. Yeah, I run a freight brokerage. That's like I wake up every morning and I do that job. Obviously, I run Never Made Weight. But Never Made Weight is more of like a passion project. Obviously, if I don't make money at some point, I'm not gonna be able to run Never Made Weight. But right now, I'm still building this brand and I'm very blessed to be able to have the time to do that.
What was the inspiration behind Never Made Weight?
Well, so like you might not know this, but I am overweight, and is it pre-diabetes they call it? Is that what they say? Pre-diabetes.
Yeah.
So I've always loved MMA and always wanted to get into it, and then I just knew that I had to jump in with both feet. Just thought about the name one day. Never Made Weight. It makes perfect sense. It makes
It
sense
does.
also for people that are fight fans. Maybe okay, all the fans don't have to be fat, but if they're fight fans, they've never made weight themselves. And how
true.
they say making weight is like the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
So Never Made Weight You know, on our Instagram bio, it says couchside commentary for those who
I like
never
that.
made weight. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's about it.
I fucking love it. I think it's the
Thank you.
perfect name.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually fuck with that because
Yeah, if you
I've
guys
never
want
made weight. So
if you guys want to support, you know, all you gotta do is follow me on Instagram. Never made weight. Maybe buy this shirt. Help me pay some bills. You know,
I'm gonna be
That's
getting
about
one
it.
for sure.
hell yeah.
Buying it for
Hey,
Tal.
don't buy it. I'm gonna send you one for free.
No, I'll buy one. You can send one also, but I'll buy
Okay,
one to
cool.
support.
Tal, where can people follow
Bogo.
you? Do you want people following you, or
I don't
you
want
just
anybody knowing who I am, where I am.
okay? You're just hanging.
Is your Instagram private or no?
No, it's not.
Oh, so DJ Tolly D,
Oh,
I
sick.
believe is his Instagram name.
DJ Tolly D. I
DJ
love
Tolly
it.
D.
Oh yeah.
No, and this
Sped,
guy, this
you
guy's
gotta
funny.
follow him. He's hilarious.
That's
like
amazing.
there's never a dull moment with this
Unconventional
guy.
posts.
Like in my next life, I want to be him in a way. Like no fucks given whatsoever, and I love it. I wish I could be like that.
Nicest guy though, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone
Hope
loves
that
this
didn't
guy.
Stop it.
Did that come out wrong?
What?
That didn't
No,
come
no, I
out
was
wrong,
just
right?
mentioning
Like,
he's also
oh,
the
no.
nicest
no, he
guy.
is the greatest guy, but he just like
He's a piece of shit, but he's also a nice
I
dude,
love
man.
it. No,
No, we're all pieces of shit and good guys at the same time. It's impossible.
Yeah.
to
Do
just
you,
be
it's
fucking
actually.
perfect.
I was gonna. Do you guys have commentators on the like ringside, like podcasting, like, or is it just?
Yes, Tall. We have
You do?
commentators. Yeah.
we have. I think, to be honest with you, John, Todd, Ray
Schmo,
Flores, and the
Flores.
Schmo all do the commentary for the pay per view. Fortunately, you've always come to the events.
Yeah, I don't
so
see
you
it. Yeah.
Man, those guys, to be honest with you, shout out to them because if you kind of watch, the stream and you watch these guys, they know the athletes. They know their backstories, which is amazing because guys always come to our content day to get their story. They're at weigh-ins to get their story. And then that way, when they're talking about them, it's not only, commentate on the fight itself, but they commentate on their backgrounds, where they come from, their family and things like that, which that's what I love because it gives that personal touch for the athletes. One of my biggest pet peeves is these commentators that can't even pronounce fighters' names or know nothing about, I think he comes from this gym or there.
Oh,
I
that
think
shit drives
this,
me
or like
crazy.
that. I'm like, who the fuck are you? That's disrespectful.
But fucking Tapology doesn't update their shit though.
I get it, but
Take
what
the
I,
time to know who he's fighting. under
that's
your
my
banner.
point. This is
Yeah.
where, when you say people are flimsy,
Yeah.
these motherfuckers shouldn't be flimsy, Sped. These regional promotions should take the time, show the athletes respect, get the commentary to interview them, know how to pronounce their names, know their hometowns, know a little something about them because these guys are risking everything to get in that cage for you. The least you could do is make them look good. You know what I mean? That's part of our job.
It takes a 5-minute phone call at that. It's asking them. Their
Dude, I
information.
lose my shit. Like we've spelled fighters' names wrong here, there, and this, and that. Bro, I lose my shit.
Of course.
Well, I will personally contact the fighter, apologize, and say, hey, we need to be doing better. But these promotions that don't care enough about the athletes, it just rubs me wrong. Sorry, didn't mean to get fired up there, Tall.
No, I mean, that's passion. You have to.
No, I think in general, you guys do a fucking great job. You guys do a great job. As far as the Instagram goes, as far as the event goes, just everything you guys do is really good. You guys don't look like a regional scene on the
It's very
internet.
professionally done.
Very, very
Yes.
professionally done.
Yeah, that's kind of what we talk. We feel like we're in this weird between space. I feel like we're much better than all the regionals across the
It's
country.
because you push the ceilings for the regionals.
Right, but we're in this weird in between space where nobody's like, but to get to that top, it's such a big gap. you
Yeah,
know?
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
what's up next for up next? What's your next goal?
We're gonna get outside of Southern California this year.
Really?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna expand the brand. I think that's something
That
we
should
wanna
help with the Armenian problem.
Yeah. Listen, I don't
I
think
don't
the
consider
Armenians
it a problem.
I don't
I'm
either.
cool with it.
I call it a blessing, to be
Of
honest
course
with
it
you.
is. Yeah.
And no, but
was
it's
fucking
funny you say
great.
that because it's kind of like when you go outside your comfort zone,
Yeah.
we got to tap into the local fan base,
Yeah,
right? So
of
I think we're likely going to San Diego, that area.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we got some great gyms down there in the fan
Yeah.
base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we want them to bring that same energy that the Armenians in LA bring.
When are you guys bringing it to Burbank?
The problem is, this is our weird problem. Like, so Burbank Marriott, we've done shows there. We've
Yeah.
done shows Woodland Hills Marriott, which is like 5 minutes from,
Yeah.
which we love. But the capacity
Got it.
is just not there. And we depend on ticket sales, right?
Yeah.
To do the same level of production like we could do at the Commerce Casino,
Yeah.
we've got to be able to fill the house. And the
Yeah.
capacity there is only like 1,000, 1,200, something like that. And where Commerce is like 2,200.
Yeah.
So we're
Makes
again in
sense.
this weird between space. Like,
Makes sense.
if we want to evolve, we've got to actually get to a bigger venue than Commerce Casino.
Yeah. I got you.
But those seats, that's like 8,000 seats at that point.
Yeah.
We're in a weird place,
Maybe if we have Tall as the main event on the debut show, we'll be fucking good.
dude, for sure.
That's what you should like. What Sammy was saying, he wants to come and he can bring just his followers. Everyone brings their own followers. You sell out the
I would
show.
love to get Sammy in the cage.
Bro,
think
Sammy
it'd be-
versus Tall would be sick, bro.
Would you
take
fight
it.
Sammy?
I'll take him any day.
I think so too.
No, never.
Never.
No, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Sammy's one of their trainers. Really good guy. Got a good, strong following, but he's talking about, man, I think I want to do a cage fight. Yeah.
I told my friend that was there, I was like, yeah, that's my trainer. He goes, you shitty trainer, look at you. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, I
Oh, you just started, bro.
Just started last
Hilarious.
week.
Wow,
I was like,
that's
fucked up.
fucked. That was fucked
You look
up.
good to me, Tall.
Oh, thank you.
Don't you worry about that.
All right. Well, this has been fun, guys. We'll wrap this thing up. I think a quick message for everyone that was involved with UNF 30. We appreciate everyone, fans, fighters, coaches. It was our biggest show yet. It's fucking
That's for
great.
sure.
So, anyone else have any last words for UNF 30 before we jump off?
I enjoyed it very much.
I'm
We're
sure
gonna
you did.
We're going to make sure the Commerce Casino cuts you off next time.
Yeah, I'll sneak something in my pocket.
What about you, Sped?
Hey, I had a great time. I'll be there for the next one unless it coincides with, another UFC event.
So you're going to say you're going to pick the UFC over us? What the?
Damn.
I thought
That's
we
what
were
I get for
closer
being
than that
honest,
already,
man.
bro.
That's what I get for being honest.
No,
No, but honestly,
I agree
UNF
with that decision, by the
was
way.
amazing because I mostly cover UFC.
Yeah, no, I
You
agree
know?
with that decision. I'm just
But
trying to bust
I
your
want to
balls.
thank you so much for giving us the access you gave us. You guys should tune in to the YouTube in a week. We're going to drop a recap of the night. And I had a great time. And thank you for having me on. If you guys want to support me, go watch Never Made Weight on YouTube. Follow Never Made Weight. We have a series where we do webcam episodes with everybody from the combat sports world.
Yeah.
And then we have a series where it's called Making Weight, where I go into the gym, get beat up a little bit,
I like
have a
that.
meal with a fighter. I did one with Padilla.
Sick.
I did one with Chris Lieben. So yeah, on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and I'd love to be a part of your show again.
Listen, I'm going to subscribe right after this.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
you worry.
That's
Thank
great.
you. We
Thank you so
appreciate you,
much,
brother.
man.
Thank you
No.
guys.
I
Tall.
appreciate you
No
guys.
drinking tonight, yeah? We're done?
Yeah, no, I need another coffee and I'll be right back in it.
All right.
All right. It's been fun. Thanks, guys.
This episode of the Fight Family Podcast is sponsored by Saturian and Harutunian Law.